It's low key, real rap, episode 9. It's a classic, and nobody said a word yet. I want to welcome Virgo, the young boy. Virgo, how you doing,
Yo,
sir?
not much, man. I'm just sitting here chilling with low
Virgo is
key.
Virgo is amazing.
Yeah.
Is an amazing content creator on YouTube. Virgo, tell him where to find you, bro.
Let me give you guys my link. Let me see if I can find it. All right, I'm gonna post it here so you guys can sub my channel and get more updates. I talk about same similar topics that low key talks about, and yeah, I'm a content creator just like him. So
Virgo,
I'm
what
gonna.
made what made you start doing videos real quick, Virgo?
I mean, I've done videos. I've been doing videos since 2011. It's just that I never really had the how do you call it, the strive to do videos. Like, I mean, I could do videos, but I never like took blogging serious until like later years when I saw other YouTubers get famous off it. I'm like, I may start making this a living, just in case if college doesn't work out or other things in life don't work out, I may start taking this blogging, doing podcasts, make it as a living, make it as a thing to do, a hobby to do, and hopefully get big on YouTube someday. Hopefully my channel, doesn't get flagged or taken down by, you know, a lot of trolls.
That's a fact, man, and we all hope the same for you. I
I was
appreciate.
gonna say one more thing too. Another thing that made me want to do videos. I wanted to get my voice out. I wanted to start expressing myself. I feel like I want to have a platform where I can bring awareness to certain issues that's on the world and just expose, the fake shit that's going on in the industry nowadays and that's going on in the world. And that's what really inspired me to do videos.
Salute, brother. I appreciate you once again. I appreciate you for hopping on. Real quick, family. I'm thinking we're gonna do it like this. Whoever's not talking, let's just put our mics on mute, just so we can hear each other. Perfectly and on all that. Uh, bang bang, Ikit Mel. They already know you, fam. But how you doing tonight? And where can the
What's
people
up?
find you?
Thanks for having me, man. People can find me on YouTube, ICKEDMEL. And you can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, all by the same name. And I come here, I usually try to make it on Sundays, and I do my channel on a lot of different topics, kind of like low key. And I do a bunch of variety stuff, topics, assemblies, and just things that are going on, like current events kind of thing. So
that's a fact. And also, I'm a big fan of your content, man. Like I said,
yeah, I appreciate that, man.
I'll be up in the comment section.
I appreciate it. I'm actually going to share your stream right now on Twitter. It kind of helps out. You put the hashtags and stuff, and you share it on Twitter, and people click on it and they come check out the stream and all
That's
that.
a fact. And you got an army behind you, so I appreciate that, sir. Now, John Hardy, the resident Astro Enlightenment coach / author on the panel. How you feeling tonight, big homie?
Blessed and highly favored as usual.
That's a fact. John, tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Right now, my website for Astro Life readings, coaching, Astromedic, Astrofinance. You can find me at johnhardynow.com. And also up and coming videos on my Astro Space Enlightenment YouTube, and all my other channels will be released soon via Twitter, via Instagram, via Facebook. That's where I'm at.
That's a fact. Now we got a newcomer on the panel. I want to welcome him. Y'all already know who he is. He be turning up in the chat. His thumbs be black and blue by the time the live stream is over because he goes out of his way to make sure everybody is getting that enlightenment. I want to welcome Reginald Williams to the fucking building. How you doing, good sir?
I love this Reginald guy. He just always disappear.
Reggie, you there, bro?
Oh, man, what I'm saying. Yeah, can you hear me?
We got you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to speak as proper as I can. I don't know a lot of big words. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a master teacher. I'm just a master
student. Yo, shit.
I'm just a guy that does a lot of research, man. That's it, man. I didn't make it out in 9th grade. I don't, I'm not now one of those cats that say I'm a scholar this and I'm just searching for the truth, man. That's it. And one thing about the truth, you can't hide it. You can hide money, you can hide bodies, you can hide books, but you can't hide the truth. And that's all I'm looking for.
That's a goddamn fact, man. And like I said, I appreciate you for coming through to the channel and showing some real life support for the channel and ultimately hopping on the panel. It's a lot of people that need this enlightenment. And once again, I appreciate all you four kings being on the panel tonight. The first topic we are going to get into tonight is Eminem's new album, Kamikaze. He's going at everyone's neck. I want to start off with you, Virgo. What happened this album? They said last album Revival was trash. He wasn't. They didn't hear what they wanted. What is going on now?
All I know is, man, Eminem just fucking pulled a Thanos move and just fucking got all the Infinity Stones and just, man, he dissed everybody on this joint, man. He dissed Charlemagne the God, aka Charlemagne the Rapist.
Damn, allegedly.
DJ Hamsterdemics, Drake, Tyler the Creator.
But my question to you, Virgo, is what possessed this man to go at everybody's neck?
The real reason why
angry white man, pay attention.
The moral of the story is the real reason why he's going at these people and why he's going at the critics is because he dropped the Revival album last year and it wasn't panned very well. It wasn't well received. And he was trying to go at Donald Trump on the album. He was trying to go political on the album. And a lot of people didn't like it. They wanted Eminem. They wanted the old Eminem back. They wanted Eminem to go at everybody. They wanted the Slim Shady back. They don't want this political Eminem going pop music. They wanted Eminem, the old Eminem, to come back and just go at people, diss people like the old days. So everybody was disappointed with the album. They didn't like it. And Eminem, he felt very salty about it. You had Joe Budden. You had Charlemagne. You even had Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator said the Walk on Water song was trash. The song with Beyonce, even though it is trash. I mean, then you had Vince Staples trash this BET freestyle, saying that he's only bashing Donald Trump just to get attention and get record sales and stuff. So he wasn't really he didn't feel some type of way of people bashing the album. So he felt some type of way about it. And that's why he made this album. Basically, the whole concept of this album is going at the people that trashed his last album. That's the whole concept of it.
That's a fact.
I will say on this album, he did deliver a lot better than Revival. I will say he went very hard than J. Cole, because the problem I had with J. Cole's KOD album, he sort of dissed the mumble rappers, but he didn't go this hard the way Eminem went hard. He sort of dissed them, but the problem I have with J. Cole, and I've said this in my videos, is that he dissed Lil Pump because Lil Pump dissed him. So he made a song response to Lil Pump talking about him. I think the song was 1985. This was like the last track of KOD. He made a song dissing him, and then like a weeks after the album was released, you see him doing tours with Lil Pump, and even when they had the concert and they had the fans chanting "fuck Lil Pump" in the concert, he told them to stop chanting "fuck Lil Pump." So I'm like, dude, how do you go from dissing these mumble rappers, you so woke and so conscious, to I'm doing tours with Young Thug and Lil Pump? Like, come on, man, that's you flip flopping. And wait, I was gonna say this too. This is the same dude that called Kanye. Yeah, this is the same dude that called Kanye a false prophet. I'm like, dude, you sort of pulling the Kanye right now.
That's a fact. Now, Ikamel, how do you feel about that, man? Did you listen to the Eminem's new album? Do you fuck with it? Can you get jiggy with it?
Okay, there's a lot I have to say. I was actually about to start writing notes, but let me just say the recovery of that last album, that album was trash. It was trash. And that Walking on Water, that was trash. And the whole Trump like, he didn't do a good job at that either. I feel like he was just trying to jump on the bandwagon, just like Joe Budden said.
Hold on real quick. Reggie, I think you got to mute your mic.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I got you. My fault. I'm almost home. I'm going to be home in like 5 minutes.
It's all good.
So yeah, I think the recovery was trash. Or no, not recovery. It was revival. Revival was trash. The diss to Trump, it was basic. It was a reach. He was just trying to jump on the bandwagon of everybody hating Trump, which is fine if he would have did a good job at it, but he did a really crappy job at that. And then the J. Cole thing, what was it? Oh, he was mentioning this wasn't Eminem, but like the whole J. Cole and Lil Pump thing. I thought that was cool. I thought that was all right. I saw the interview. The interview was lame, but like Lil Pump, this J. Cole, and J. Cole responded with the track. J. Cole fell for the troll. That's what this day and age is. You got somebody that didn't mention your name, and you were a fool. So now you got to sit down and do like a interview or whatever, and you guys talked out. That's cool though. The new album, the Kamikaze thing, I haven't heard the whole album yet. I heard Kamikaze, and I heard a lot of the disses where he went at like Drake, and he went at who else? What was the other guy? The fruity guy's name?
Tyler the
Creator. He went at Tyler the Creator. This is my thoughts. A lot of people are saying that they're offended because he said maybe like some sort of like homophobic statements and stuff.
Yeah.
My thoughts on that is, yo, good. It's about time somebody went hard, yo. Good, man. Don't say all those crazy statements. Send all these little groups of the anti whatever. Make them all go crazy. I'm all good for that. I think he did this album because his last album was so received as trash. I remember one song too. I don't remember the name of the song. It was just so bad. I couldn't believe
what song was that?
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Was it like Black Boy?
Yes, dude, that song was so stupid.
Was corny as hell.
Stupid. I couldn't believe the garbage he came out with. So I think this album, I haven't heard the whole album, but I think this is him making a comeback. I feel like because he dissed a lot of people, and he put other people on a pedestal. Like he told other people like Hobson, like he said he inspired them. And you know what? I feel like a lot of people interpret it as nobody's mad. Most people are just like, yo, he mentioned my name. Oh, snap. A lot of people were looking at this like, as a come up, you know? So like, I think it was cool he came out with the album, but do I think like this is on the level? I don't know if you guys remember when Kendrick did that song where he like came at everybody, all the rappers, and the whole rap game was stunned.
Control? You talking about Control?
Control, yes. Yeah. It's not the same level. He tried to do that, but you're not at that level because I feel like he didn't have that same effect. I feel like for him, Eminem, let me do this crazy comparison. Eminem reminds me of like where Facebook is at right now. Facebook is dying. They're compared to like Instagram and like YouTube, even though Facebook bought Instagram, he's trying to stay in tune with what's going on now, but he just kind of can't. And but I think this album, from what I hear, it was great, and he did a good job. Nobody wants to hear, and nobody's interested in that lame stuff he did with the last album. That's just my thoughts on it.
I was gonna say between him and Tupac, because like before I think there were other artists that did it, but I noticed Tupac was like the only artist that I know that just dissed everybody in one album. Eminem,
50 Cent. You remember that 50 Cent song? What was that song? How to Rob, I think it was called.
Yeah.
He did a really good job too, and he put the game in pause. Eminem didn't do anything as far as putting people in pause.
Now, real quick, I do want to ask. I do want to get Reginald's thoughts and also John Hardy's thoughts. John Hardy, do you feel like Eminem, as a white man on this album, he was channeling his angry black man?
Well, I'm gonna say he can't channel no anger. The first, there's nothing black about him. Let's start with that part. There's nothing black about. But I do feel like I agree with a couple of people on the panel, and I feel like he's putting more of the old Eminem back on the table. So. And even recently, he just made a statement saying, I don't know if it was a statement, but he's saying he's not dissing Drake. And Little Pump responded. Somebody else.
Wait. He said he's not dissing Drake?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Miss Tara Fallow. Shout out to Tara Fallow. Just put that up there. I don't know if it was him. I ain't gonna say who it was, but somebody just put he said he's not dissing Drake. Now, the reason why I can agree with that because You know, even like if you go back to Nicki Minaj when she did her shit, getting at people recently. You know, she named a few people. She did that old Biggie thing. You know what I mean? She did the old Biggie thing about throwing niggas under the bus that she fuck with. And then she was like, I'm not dissing them or whatever. And then you get to him doing almost the same thing. You know what I mean? So like Little Pump took it as, oh, he dissed me. That's cool. I didn't think he was gonna put me. So sometimes, you know, this world is so reverse that you diss somebody, they take that as a, you know, compliment because for the simple fact that you know, he mentioned your name. So our Little Pump was like, oh, I didn't think he was gonna put me in with the great. So this is somebody negative publicity can be positive publicity just by Drake mentioning your name. You know, people gonna go to your site and visit, you know, who you are, whatever the case may be. So, and then I really see, like, again, like somebody else said that, one of the panel said that, you know, he's just bringing the old Eminem back because, you know, the last album he made, I think it came from Dollar Tree, like the seventh album, the freezer department, like that shit. Let me stop cursing. That album need to go back to the Dollar Tree seventh hour low shelf. Put that back on his shelf. That should have never got released. But
true.
And then you get with the Donald Trump thing on. Well, you know, that was also a so-called pro-black movement, like you said, the angry black man. Like, who are you to attack? Like, but I gotta give, as a lyricist, like, it's not too many, you know, black people that can do it like him. But this is where being too black could go wrong. But as a lyricist, like Drake, the man was 24 hours for somebody to respond to him. So when Pusha T went at him, he didn't respond to 24 hours. He took that L. So Drake should have responded 24 hours back to him. So a lot of people didn't respond back to him. So when you get with his lyricist, yeah, he definitely, you know, one of the greats.
But John, why nobody, and Reginald, I want you to hop in too. You muted, fam. But why nobody, like for Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj, everybody said, you know, they got 24 hours to respond. But for Drake, nobody's saying a fucking word. Nobody get really nowhere.
That's because look, I debate with this in my house sometimes. You can't set a standard and then don't live by your own standards. So that's coonery to the fifth power. It's nowhere in hell Drake can set this standard and then don't respond in 24 hours. Like, you look at Nicki Minaj right now. Nicki Minaj is actually trying to work with Cardi B and Remy Ma as we speak.
Are they? Nicki Minaj,
and Kim.
Nicki Minaj, a lot of people say Nicki messed up by not embracing Cardi.
No, she messed up all the way. She took her own teammate down, Drake. And then she tried to come at his radio station when she got her own, so that backfired. And then she sat up there and then blamed it on Tekashi. She was defending Drake over Tekashi 69, who actually got her album up. So a lot of people ain't working with her. And then on top of that, she like just try to shit on everybody. She even tried to get an Apple. Like, hold up, don't you got an Apple deal too? So she's so fucked up right now. Right now, she's ass kissing. She's dealing with people she don't get along with. Cardi B, because somebody made a post, and I'm thinking she responded to that. Why don't they do Ladies' Night? Remember that Ladies' Night back in the days where all the female rappers were getting together or whatever? But you know, now she want to get with Remy Ma. That's who she had beef with before she went to jail. Now, personally, not like really like I personally knew her before she blew up from Coney Island, you know what I mean? I didn't know her like me being friends with her, but my man hung with her when she was just coming up or whatever the case may be. And not to mention she's a Sagittarius, so they can sell you dreams. But then you trying to get with Lil' Kim, Remy Ma, that's telling me she's like grabbing straws for help. She need help now because how you get mad that you number 2? And then throw your own teammate Drake under. You threw Drake under the. Look, Kanye West. Nobody spoke about this. Kanye West threw Drake so far under the bus that he brought his disrespect. We brought his child in that shit. You disrespect the child just like you disrespect Jay-Z's wife. He paid you $20 million to give you a 20-minute conversation about him and everybody else. You shitting on the whole. You brought up Zuckerberg, Facebook, like you throwing secrets behind the scenes on stage for $20 million. So she did the same thing. You know what I mean? She turned around and threw Drake under the bus with his. She can mess his Apple deal up. And this dude, let me tell you something about Kanye West. Kanye West really was going at Drake Adidas deal. You think about what rapper got the biggest Adidas deal is Drake, and he did tell Pusha T that because Drake went over there and let him hit his album. He the only person that really knew that right there. So now he's making a video trying to come back. You know, and then he did the same thing with Jay-Z. He did the same thing with Dame Dash. Nicki Minaj is doing the same thing. Like, she's getting caught up and being a hypocrite with the things that's going on. And just like Eminem doing the same thing. Like, you can't be pro-black every time and then come 2 years later with an album getting at people that idolize you. They idolize you, dog. You getting at people that idolize you. Get at your enemies. So I think it was a good move because you hear a lot of people saying we need this in hip hop again. I don't believe that. I believe hip hop should be positive. You know, it should be credit repair, love your wife, and all that. But this is what they want. So he's bringing that back to the table. So I
mean, can I say something?
Yeah.
And after Virgo, Reginald, hop up in there, fam.
Yeah, I mean,
right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good?
You can hear you. I mean, it could be positive. I mean, it could still be competition, as long as it's not somebody getting killed or a real situation. It's just,
hey, listen, that's what it always lead to. You know what I mean? The Illuminati make sure people put this stuff out there because we used to have back in the days. We used to have underground music. That's what that's for. Yeah. You know what I mean? Back in the days, it was throwing your hands up and party like this, party like that. Now it's two niggas kissing and man, get that shit the fuck out.
Yeah. What I really was gonna say though, because I remember earlier you talked about how Lil Pump and then when Eminem dissed them, they was flattered by dissing. I just noticed something when a black rapper disses Lil Pump, because remember J. Cole went at those guys and stuff. Right. They was talking about, it's just a thing that bothers me. Every time when a black rapper disses them, they be like, "Oh, where this nigga at? I'm gonna pull up on this nigga. He out here sneak dissing." But then when a white rapper diss you, you like, "Oh man, I take this as a compliment, man. I take this as like, come on, no." No. But
I'm you know what? I agree with you on that aspect because you know what I mean. If a white person kill you, you ain't gonna do shit. But here's what I'm saying. Even when Drake dissed Lil Pump, he liked that too. He got to a point where he linked. So I give Lil Pump, marketing tactic smart because he linked up with the people. I think they might have did a video or somebody did a video with Pusha T or so he'll link. His smart ass trying to link up with it. But I definitely agree with you. Like if a white person, like if a police come at you with a gun out, a white person disrespect for you, you don't do shit about it, and a black person do it
for real. Yeah. And I was gonna say too, like about the Drake situation. Like I get that Pusha, he kind of went too far with bringing up his kids, dissing the producer. I forgot his name. The guy that produces Drake. He has sickness and stuff, and he looks like he's not doing too good. Right. Yeah, Pusha did kind of went too far, but at the same time, I don't feel sorry for Drake because this is the same dude that dissed Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi was the same guy that was almost about to kill himself. Kid Cudi was battling with depression, suicide, and stuff.
But if you go deeper than that, Pusha T reason for going that hard, quote unquote, this nigga brought my wife in it, though. We don't do that.
Yeah, that too. I heard about that too. He did bring up Pusha T's fiance. So
fuck you bringing my wife in this for? Hold on, wait up. You think I'm that 40-year-old sickle cell producer? Yeah, I'm getting him out of here.
How much time he got that man is?
I'm getting your kids out of here. And you lucky I don't tell you that Drake fucked your wife. You lucky I don't put.
Now, Reginald, hop up in here, fam. I need Reginald to step up to the microphone. Reginald, hop up in here, family. Everybody talking. You holding that ammunition you got.
Oh no, I'm just listening. But first off, man, I was born in 1980, man. I'll be 38 years old October the 9th. So I look at hip hop way different than a lot of other people. So my whole thing with the Eminem thing, I'm not a fan of Eminem. I don't like Eminem. I don't consider him a great of hip hop or none of that. So with that being said, my whole thing is, I mean, the people that you named that he dissed, I mean, I didn't hear the album, but just listening to the names that you named, he ain't really dissed nobody that, you know what I'm saying, really got a tough credibility about themselves. So don't really get no points for that. You just a bunch of square people. So I mean, what to do? You know what I'm saying? And as far as him speaking on Trump or whatever, that's a trend today. Just like flat Earth. So disrespecting Trump and criticizing Trump, that's a trend. So
Of course,
I
of
mean,
course.
whoop to do. I mean, you ain't said nothing different that KRS-One, Public Enemy, Goody Mob, Outkast, Nas,
Lupe Fiasco.
etc.
Lupe.
He ain't nothing different than what they said. But this dude do a freestyle on BET Award, and the next day, literally every social media is flooded talking about that.
Mhm.
Now,
I feel you, brother.
now, real quick, family, real quick. Let me just hop up in here. I want to welcome the Mike Jordan of exposing the motherfucking elite game, aka the Illuminati gang on YouTube. Super Slide 75. How you doing?
Come on, man. Don't do that to me, man.
Welcome. You didn't come back with the 45. You came back with the 23. Welcome, sir. How you doing tonight? And
I'm
also
good.
tell everybody where to find you.
Just on YouTube, man, under Super Slide 75, and the backup channel is a heavily flawed individual. I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
That's a fact, man. I see you got the Stephen A cut. I fucks with it. Respectfully. Real quick, I do want to hop up in the chat real quick. I want to shout out Miss Bad and Bougie up in the chat. Ick and Mel is turning up in the chat. I see you, Mel. I want to shout out my boy Matt, and also the King Q Dawson. I want to shout out everybody in the chat. Definitely, if you show love in the chat, you'll get it right back. But Super Slide 75 right now, we talking Eminem. Have you heard his new album? Why is he getting at everybody? Do you feel like he has a complete, perfect album?
Hey, let me finish on Eminem right quick.
You got it.
And then again, I don't know how many people in the chat, man, but I mean, again, I apologize if I need to talk slow. Just let me know. I'm from Atlanta, so you might not understand me, but I'm gonna try to speak as proper as I can. As far as Eminem being labeled as a GOAT, he shouldn't be. Like, if you want to say he lyrical, like he one of the greatest to put words together, like da 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 da, I give you that. But I can't recollect with what he got to say because people let him get away with saying shit that they wouldn't let a black rapper get away with. Like a black rapper couldn't rap about raping his fucking mama and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. And we ain't talking about one song. We talking about album after album, man. So he don't get no pass for that. And we all know at least one white boy that grew up around black people. And his swag is totally different than Eminem. So if people want to believe Eminem grew up around black people, then they probably still believe in the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus.
Real quick, Reginald, do you give Eminem any points for not saying nigga?
For not saying nigga? I mean,
give him any points.
I thought he called a black woman a bitch, though.
Yeah. I mean, he degraded the black woman, but ain't nobody heard him say nigga in public. But I'm pretty sure
there was one time in history that I think, like, very early on in his rap career, that he did say the N-word.
I'm still not. I mean, if you want to give him points for not saying nigga, then I mean that's I don't even really care about the word nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit ain't even in my reality, man. Excuse my language, but I just don't like how people put Eminem on a pedestal, dude. When you literally had people doing album after albums talking about the same thing he said in a fucking freestyle cipher. Like, are you kidding me, man?
Yeah, man. I feel you, bro.
Going hard. Get it.
First of all, he don't get put on a pedestal for speaking on black issues because he can't speak on black issues. And let me explain why. For all the people that want to say I don't think so, let me explain why. If you can find one white man or one Jew or one black person that's allowed in a social Asian meeting, I'll shut the fuck up. And if you can name one Asian person or black person that's invited to a white social meeting, I'll shut the fuck up. We are the only ones that invite everybody to our social building conversations. That's why nothing can never get done. Now, again, people can call me racist, they can call me angry or whatever. But the fact of the matter is every race looks out for themselves.
True.
So
Facts.
we are the only ones that say, no, we all the same, man. We all the same. No Jews say that. No Asians say that. No white person say that. They do not say, we don't have to just shop with white business. We don't have to just shop with Jew business, or we don't have to just shop with Asian business. We can shop with black business. We all the same. They do not say that shit. We are the only ones that say that shit. And it's real sickening. Like we sound like women that's been battered all their life. A woman that's been molested since a child, and a woman that's been beaten by a husband. Some kind of way, at the end of the day, she's gonna find a way to put the blame on herself. And that's exactly what we do, rather than go back to the source. And if you go back to the source, you will not be inviting these people to your how we gonna liberate ourselves meeting, because they not gonna invite you to theirs. That's just point, period. So people can say, well, we all the same, man. They can come in our meeting, blah, 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 blah. That's why I'm like, fuck the whole Black Lives Matter movement. That shit funded by George Soros. And if y'all
Thank you.
Thank you.
Speaking
For
facts.
real, for real.
Facts.
you need to find out who he is. And the only,
Seriously. Oh,
the only
I agree with you.
respect on that. Thank
the
you.
only reason that they will donate to one of our causes is because they can control that cause. Because remember, back in the day, it was no justice or no peace. I mean, if we don't get justice, we won't stop rioting and doing what we're doing. Now it's hands up, don't shoot. I can't breathe. Man, are you kidding me? Like really? We went from, if we don't get justice, we're gonna rumble with you, to hands up, don't shoot. We ain't even did nothing, but at the end of the day, we always gotta justify why we just just like I say, man, at the end of the day, we're gonna always put the blame on ourselves, which it's a lot of stuff that we can fix ourselves. But like I said, it's never gonna be done like that, because we always got other people in our circles. And that's the whole
good brother. You want to hear what's even deeper than that? Hands up, don't shoot. It's another slogan that was made by the Feds.
Yeah, I know.
Really? Explain that. Can you explain that for us? I'm just curious. I know we're getting a little off topic, but I am curious to hear that. Can you explain that?
What's the name? Okay, see what to do. It's almost like you're looking at Republicans versus Democrats. So they make certain slogans and back it up, like the two twins that was on Donald Trump's side, supported by the same people. Now the hands up, don't shoot. It's like the brother said, that supporting that other organization. They support black organizations. Basically, it just turns around and have people, you know what I mean, go against each other, because they know basically half of the people are going to agree, the other half ain't going to agree. You know what I mean? So that hands up is that was another one made probably by the same person he just named, but I know it was like probably made by him. But these are slogans that they make up. So when they say hands up, don't shoot, they can identify the people that's with it and not. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you know who else speaks like that? You know who else speaks in symbolism without words? Masons. So that's exactly what they do. They don't speak in words. They speak in symbolism. That is exactly what they speak in. But you got a lot of people that just can't fathom this stuff, man. Like, you cannot save everybody, man. And then back to this Eminem guy, man. Like, you got a lot of black people that'll say, yeah, Eminem is one of the GOATs. But as soon as you hit them with this question right here, all you hear is crickets. You like, name 3 of your favorite Eminem songs. Name 3 songs that'll make me say Eminem is the GOAT. And everybody like, cricket.
For real, man.
You can't ride in a black neighborhood and see nobody playing no Eminem. Not even in 2000, 2001. If you heard anybody playing Eminem in the black neighborhood, it was because they didn't have a fucking CD player and they had the damn radio on. That's the only reason.
Yeah, they only going off with the industry telling them. The industry say
it's called social engineering. If you don't know what social engineering is, look it up.
Facts.
It's a thing that you got these people that are trained. They're trained to make the public think a certain way.
Yeah,
facts.
That's all.
True, man. True.
Now, real quick, a Super Sly, you in the bushes right now. I want to know your opinion. Do you feel like Eminem is overrated, or do you feel like with this new album, he's getting the credit he deserves, big bro?
Nah, highly overrated. I didn't fall for the okie doke years ago when they first brought him out, and I was in Benzino's corner when he was waging war against Interscope and Jimmy Iovine, and black folk were laughing at Benzino and calling him stupid for this and actually supporting him in place of it. And now 20 years later, Benzino was right. And I would never. Eminem and Goat don't even go together. Like his whole style reminds me of Chino XL, and for those that old enough that remember Chino XL, like he raps word for word, bar for bar, just like Chino XL.
Facts.
You know, the holy syllabic punch 100 words in a bar, like you know.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all. Eminem is in my top 5. I'm gonna keep it 100, y'all, just because of his rapping ability. Sly, do you respect his rapping ability, or is that a no go too?
No.
Damn.
Top
Hey,
5. Top 5.
Can I ask you a question?
What happened?
Can you name 3 Eminem songs that make you say he in your top 5?
Well, I can't name 3 Eminem songs right now because I'm on some Stella anyway.
Now, you know what's funny? All the way, wait. The funny part
If
is
I would ask you to
I can
name
name
3
some
songs or
songs.
3 pop songs or 3 Nas songs, you would have named them off the rip.
I can name 3 Eminem songs. I love that song. I love that song, "Criminal." I love that song,
Criminal. Good song.
Cleaning out my closet. I love
Jay-Z, and that's probably it.
Renegade too. Yeah, Renegade
Yeah,
was
okay.
hard. So I like his ability to rap fast. People can't rap fast like that.
I mean,
People
like I said,
I like his ability to rap. That's why I put him in my top 5.
Yeah, I mean, as far as putting words together, man, like da 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 da. Yeah, I mean, dude is nice, but as far as bars, man, and he ain't got no bars, and I mean, we can't resonate with that shit, man. Like, I don't see no black person sitting on the fucking porch listening to Eminem, man. I can't see it. His shit don't even get played in the club.
I kind of agree with the brother because, like, when it comes to naming an all-time GOAT versus the top lyricist, I definitely put him in the top lyricist. But when it comes to like the all-time GOAT, like that's like we talking top 5 hypothetically, dead or alive. Like, he came with a black card, first of all, you know what I mean? And he got a pass for that. Even back in the days, I was like, how everybody giving this dude a pass or whatever. But
exactly, man.
You know, without being racist, we get to the lyricist. I give it to him in the lyrics. No fast words, spitting. I mean, the shit he drop is crazy. But the funny part, you know what the funny part? The brother said, right? He said, "Can anybody name 3?" And when he asked Gemini, can you name 3? He was like, "Nope." He's like, "Nah, I can't name 3. I can't name 3."
But my thing about go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Nah, that's it.
Yeah, man. My thing about Eminem though, man, like he don't like. Man, if you can't tell, the man ain't never probably stood next to a black neighborhood in his life, man. The man ain't. Everybody knows one white boy that grew up in the hood, man, and they do not act like Eminem, man. They may act like Paul Wall, but they don't act like Eminem. Like, come on, man. Like, dude is corny. First of all, man. He's just a corny ass, funny ass white boy. He should have stayed on the Guess Who's Back. I like that Eminem. Like, I don't really care for the other trying to be hard and, you know, like, come on, dude. Like, man, come on, man. He did a cypher freestyle on Donald Trump with a bunch of black rappers standing behind him with his, you know, or even better than him lyrically that could have rapped. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, here go y'all leader. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take 25 years, man, hip hop gonna be all white, man. If you can't see it, you might be blind.
Now, you know what, real quick, family, I want to say this. Kevin Kelly, big ups to Kevin Kelly in the chat. He's naming 3 Eminem songs. He says, Lose Yourself, Stand, and Sing. MAT Matt also says Eminem don't have shit to say anymore. He's rich. He can't even go anywhere publicly. He's detached from the world. Now, Virgo, I want to ask you, Tommy from Power and Eminem, what's it? Can you look at them the same way?
They kind of, I ain't gonna lie, they're kind of similar, bro. They kind of similar.
And Sly, we getting into Power next, Sly. We getting into Power next. Go ahead, Virgo.
I mean, they kind of similar, man. They got the same similar attitude. You know,
But is the black community socially accepting Eminem the same way they do Tommy from Power?
Now that you brung that up, bro, it is kind of similar because, like, the thing that kills me about Tommy, like, I'm not caught up in the new season of Power, but I'm still on the fourth season. But I noticed with Tommy, he has that mindset, I have say-so mentality. Like, whatever I say, you know, you got to believe me or you going to follow it or else, you know? Because I remember, like, when many times with, what's that character's name? Julio? The Hispanic character?
Right. He killed him.
Like, oh, what the fuck? Damn.
Oh no, he ain't kill him. He ain't kill him.
I'm gonna keep watching it. Shit, it don't matter.
My fault, man.
You know what they should have did? They should have got Tommy character to be more like a Al Pacino or a Robert De Niro instead of, because what he is now is not believable. Like, dude, you getting 100, 200 keys, but you literally always in a trap, standing next to the dudes that's on the corners, pitching the dime. Like, come on, dude. You driving around New York City in a fucking purple, fucking old school Mustang. Man, that shit is not believable, man. Come on, man.
And you know what?
Yeah, man, like, I can't stand his character. Like, he's the most hated character. Like, I don't understand why people like his character. Like, I never really liked this character. Like, yeah, Ghost is retarded. You know, he keeps messing with Angela, but that dude is just an asshole. It's just like he just comes off as a dickhead.
Like I say, man, dude fucking with a cartel, but he'll literally go to the trap and sit next to niggas that's pitching dimes and nickels. Like, come on, man. And you driving around New York City in a fucking purple Mustang, old school. Like,
it's blue, Reggie is blue.
Blue or whatever, man. But come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta get
Mel. It's Eminem in your top 5, and then we're gonna shoot over the Power.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure on that. I think he has he's a great lyricist, but I feel like back in the day when I was younger, I was really into him. Now I can't really catch on to his music anymore. So I don't know if he's in my top 5. Maybe not. But he's up there. I would say top 10 though. Back in the day when I was younger.
Lose Yourself is a good song to work out on. I give you that. That's a good song. No, I'm serious. No, I'm dead serious. I'm not being funny or nothing. Like if you work out, you know what I'm saying? You need certain songs, you know what I'm saying, to motivate you, and that's a good song to work out on, but it ain't no song somebody riding down the fucking street, you know what I'm saying, blowing one listening to. Ain't nobody listening to that shit, man. Ain't nobody listening to that.
We're in a different era, man.
So is people DMX song.
Huh?
So is any DMX song.
DMX is probably my top 10 or 5.
But ain't nobody listening to no Eminem. Man, Andre 3000 is a whole lot lyrical.
I was gonna say though, Eminem, he's not top 5. He's a good rapper, but he's definitely not top 5. He's more top 20 to me.
And he really need to stop. And then my thing with that whole BET cypher, man, like if anybody white, if they feel like they want to help out with black issues and you want to speak out against it, go do it to your people. Speak in a crowd full of your people on a network with your people watching. Don't do it on BET because we don't need to hear it. We already know what's wrong with us. We already know what we do not need. If you want to help,
point.
If you want to help, go do what Jane Elliott does. And if y'all don't know who Jane Elliott does, y'all need to Google her.
Well, I want to say, good brother, I want to say with that BET, that been whitewashed too. I like to think that about they whitewashing hip hop, but they whitewashed BET. BET owned and sold that to the white people. So
it's been gone.
Yeah, it used to be ABET, All Black Entertainment. Then they switched it to BET. And I remember the first commercial, like when they had a white commercial, I was like, damn, dog. And now it's just like MT, in TV or whatever, MTV. And it was another one, like even the cartoons, not cartoons, some of the TV shows, UPN or something like that. These things started off with black people, comedy shows, UPN and MNT and all that. They started off with like black people, boost them up. As soon as they get a certain rating, sell out to the white man.
They always need that approval.
Real quick, that's a fact. Real quick, family, I want to welcome Kevin Kelly to the family. Respect, big ups. Jamaica, how you doing, sir?
Yo, what's up, Loki? What's up to the panel?
You know, I'm a big fan of Kevin Kelly on YouTube. He is also a content creator. Please, everyone, go check out Kevin Kelly. He's an amazing brother, and he makes amazing videos. How you doing tonight, sir? And is Eminem in your top 5? If so, what are your favorite, or at least top 3 Eminem songs, good brother?
Eminem, I've never thought about it. I really haven't about my top 5 with M in there. But my top Eminem, 3 Eminem songs would be Lose Yourself. I really love that song. I love Stan. Uh, I love I love that song. I don't remember the name. It's like Sing. He was in this green t-shirt. Sing for the moment or something like that. I forget. I'd have to look it up. He said, I think in one of the verses he said, "Sorry, Guerrero, there was a fist that hit you." If you guys remember that, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna name my top 3 songs. Was it top 3 or 5 songs?
Top 3, Virgo.
Lose Yourself, Stand, and the last one, Toy Soldiers. Like Toy Soldiers.
Okay, so it's safe to say we don't hate Eminem over here. We just don't, y'all just don't
we
put him in your
just don't
top
feel
5.
We just don't
feel
think
him.
he's
We
the
just
greatest
can't
rapper
recognize
like people be put like people make it out to be.
Okay,
But he is good though. He's talented. I will give him credit.
I do want to ask the panel one more question before we move on to Power real quick. He clearly dissed Drake in the song. I think it was Kamikaze. He said, "You have ghostwriters. You can't be the best rap. You can't be the best rapper if you have ghostwriters. If you have people, if you don't write your own raps." Do y'all agree? Yes, no, maybe. Does it matter anymore in 2018 if you're claiming to be the best rapper alive, but you're not writing your own raps? I want to know
Matters to
y'all
me.
genuine opinion.
In my opinion, Eminem can't speak on, who's a goat and what not a goat. He can't speak on that. He's lucky we let him in. That's
Why
all
he
I can
can't?
say.
Why can't he speak on it, Reginald? He's a rapper. He has great rapping ability. He's a legend in a lot of people's eyes.
He's a guest, just like Lord Jamar say, he's a guest in hip hop. We can't go to rock and roll and.
I mean, to be honest,
man.
white people, they can do hip hop music. I wouldn't say yes. I mean, they can do hip hop music as long as they give credit.
Do it for themselves. They can do it for them. They have to do it. If it don't, man, y'all don't understand. See, I was born in 1980. Hip hop was more than just what it is now. Like hip hop was what we were. It was the style. It was it was what you did when you went to school. What you did when you got out of school. What you did in the house. That's what hip hop was. Now hip hop is just fucking whatever, man.
See, but look, good brother. Let me help you out with that. See, and that's a whole nother topic. I kind of agree with everything you're saying, right? For the 80s, I remember Rakim and everybody and stuff like that, and when you had different rappers. But sticking to the curriculum of the question is, do he got a point of saying Drake ghostwriting doesn't peg him to be not whether he's right or not, that could come from anybody, because a lot of people, said that was actual facts. The fact that he got ghostwriters. Now I'm going to agree with that, whether it come from him, Trump, Obama, or whoever.
He's right with the question. Yeah, I give you that.
He got the whole web shot. He got people doing hook from him. He stole people dances. He's a Scorpio. He's a secret. He stole most of his styles. He always get the newest artists coming up, and he might do something with them. If not, he's stealing something. And then if you sue him, you might get beat the fuck up. So just technically speaking, like, do he got a point at that as lyrical, artists outside of the race? I gotta agree with the fact that I can't put Drake as a GOAT. You know what I mean? Because your thing is you can't put him as a GOAT. He's white. So I can agree with that. But lyricist wise, I'm putting him in my top 10. I can't put Drake in my top 10. I can put Eminem in my top 10. He went through the shit, of the whole black and white culture being adopted into it and all this other shit. But His pin game is crazy. His pin game is crazy. But I'm
It
not
is.
putting him in. I'm not putting him. It ain't nothing to do with the race. He's not going to, because you got Big L. I can name a bunch of people
Big
that.
L.
Yeah,
he's
you got
nice.
Big
Yeah.
L represent.
you got a
Yeah,
lot of
that's a
people
fact
before you
though,
put
man.
him in.
I
You got
totally
Big
agree with
Pun.
that, man.
You got Big
You
Pun.
can't be
Everybody
the
leaving.
greatest if you got
Everybody
Ghost
leaving
Rider.
Big Pun and Heavy D out of that.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Heavy D was nice too, man. They leaving Immortal Technique out of it.
Right. So
Like,
these are real
really?
musicians. So I can't put them in there for that fact. I might could squeeze them in my top 10, you know what I mean? Because even Jada Kiss, uh, he claimed to be top 5 dead or alive. I put him in there because I represent him. But truthfully, I won't put him in there because, you got Big L, you got a whole bunch of people that go way before them, you know what I mean?
Man, you got AZ. I
Right.
mean, we're not
And
gonna forget
and,
about
and
AZ.
Nas stole his style from AZ and Mobb.
Exactly. Exactly. We're not gonna forget about none of those guys. Yeah,
From
but I
Mob
didn't
Deep.
answer the question though. Yeah, but Eminem was right though. You can't be the GOAT if you got ghostwriters though. But it's a lot of rappers that we consider top tier that had ghostwriters though. See what I'm saying? That's the thing. And if we start calling out names, then we're gonna have to rearrange that list.
Well, when I put people in my top 5 dead or alive, Jadakiss ain't got no Ghost Riders. Biggie ain't had no Ghost Riders. Jay-Z ain't had no Ghost Riders. Nas ain't have no Ghost Riders. These dudes ain't have no Ghost Riders.
Yeah, that's a fact. But you want to know a female ghostwriter that I think is really underrated? And like she really got one of the best deliveries. She might not be as lyrical, but she got one of the best deliveries that she underrated. She wrote damn near all the Bow Wow shit. The Brat.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
the
I've
Brat,
heard
the
about
Brat
that.
literally she wrote all the Bow Wow shit throughout all this career, man, until she went to prison.
Wow.
Yeah. And if you listen to Lil Bow Wow early shit, all that come bounce with me, all that is the Brat. Just go back and listen to any Lil Bow Wow song and tell me that don't sound like the Brat. His whole delivery on how he delivered it. That's the Brat all the way, man. And I think she really underrated, man. She don't get the respect she deserves. I just wanted to put that out there because I seen her the other day.
Now, real quick, family, I appreciate all y'all. You know what? I think we're gonna hop into power real quick, and then we're gonna hop into while I all have you kings here into hip hop and Illuminati. How does the Illuminati influence hip hop, family? Because while I have you all here, I want to hear all of your specific opinion. But real
All right.
quick,
Oh, I'm so
Super
go ahead.
Slide 75. I want to direct this question towards you. Is it safe to say, Super Slide 75, Power is definitely top 5 worst shows on TV?
Top 5 worst?
Yes, top 5 worst shows on TV. Is it safe?
No.
Guys, I'll be right back. But definitely, Power's not the worst show. But I'll be right back.
Wait, why do you not like Power so much to call it top 5 worst shows?
You don't believe it's top 5 worst shows on TV?
Here's the problem. Showtime doesn't order a lot of episodes. I think 10 episodes is the max. You can only
You mean
do so much
Stars?
yeah, I'm sorry, Stars. Yeah, you can only do so much with 10 episodes. Normally the white shows get 13, 14, 15 episodes. The writers can only do so much with a 10 episode or 10 episode season. So things that get crammed in. It's not the best writing, but right now it's one of the most engaging shows on TV right now.
What do you like most about Power, and what do you dislike most about Power?
I knew niggas like that. Kingpin drug dealers. One of my uncles used to deal with Jeff Ford and all them guys, so I know what they went through. The actors are engaging. Like the stories are decent enough to pull you in. That you care enough, just enough. And then 50 Cent for me was the biggest draw. Now that they killed Kanan, I'm so upset. I don't know what to do with myself right at this point now. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let the panel go in. The most thing that I hate about the show is it's not believable. I feel like the acting is horrid. I feel like the characters themselves, they're whack as hell. And as far as I say, like I said, and I feel like every season it's the same exact story, like being recycled. Like this dude fucks me over, but I'm gonna continue to still fuck around with this dude and be friends with this dude. Like Kane, for example, Kanan kidnapped Ghost's son, but he still hangs out with Kanan. Like, I don't. In what realm does that happen in? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so tell me what shows you like. Let me do a comparison.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. I like Better Call Saul.
Okay.
I'm watching Animal Kingdom right now.
Animal Kingdom it goes hard.
Animal Kingdom is shits all over power. TV shows, like I said, I don't really watch TV like that. You know what I mean? I watched those two shows. I just watched Black Mirror today. That was a pretty cool. It's a pretty cool show.
Okay.
But I don't really watch TV like that. Like I said, Better Call Saul, and Animal Kingdom right now.
Okay, so if you like Better Call Saul, then for those that are fans of Breaking Bad, we would consider Better Call Saul a step down. It's still a good show, but it's a step down compared to Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad is definitely in my top 5 worst shows ever.
What? Yo,
I'm back. I got to disagree on you on that. Breaking Bad is definitely.
I can't watch a grown man bitch every episode. That's just me. And then his wife. Y'all gonna sit here and tell me y'all was a fan of watching his wife?
The last two seasons of Breaking Bad. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk.
What? Trash.
Let me speak from a person who don't watch Power, right? Because
feel free to hop in, Kevin.
I just want to say like for wait up, I ain't even in it.
Is he there or what happened? Anybody there?
Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
From a person that don't watch Power, I don't watch Power. Now, not that I got anything against Power. I'm not really just a TV person watching. So, let's say for you, Loki, for you to give your opinion on the dislike that you have for Power, you watching it. If I was 50, I'd be like, yeah, you giving me views watching it. But in general, just listen to people like critiquing the movie. Like a lot of people, like the brother said, a lot of people was mad that whatever that character named Kane in 50 got killed. Like he said he don't know what to do with himself. That tells you how powerful that movie is. Like just on the level of networking, it's one of the top networking TV shows. As far as what's going on, from when I hear people say certain things about it, and they be like, "You need to watch it." I don't need to watch that. I got a bunch of other things to watch beside that. But when a lot of people talk about it, you know, it's grasping the attention of people to, I call it cliffhangers, to watch the next one. Even people that don't like it, it's watching it. So it gotta hold some power to it. You know, the name of the movie is Power.
I was gonna say something too. I'm sorry for interrupting. In a way, it sort of resembles The Wire. If you guys watch The Wire, I'm not saying Power and The Wire are the same, but if you look at the show, you know, they deal with drug dealing.
Well, technically, it is the same. Like a lot of people that don't like Power, they think Power is emulating The Wire, which it is. Because there was another movie out there that 50 just threw under the bus. I forgot which one was out, that TV show that was out. And they started having all the gay shit on it. And then 50 threw
Empire.
Yeah, they threw that under the bus or whatever. But this one resembles The Wire. There's the only difference between this and The Wire. The Wire was more real. You know, it was like I watched The Wire. The Wire was more real. It was real content versus what 50 emulating of The Wire. And that's why people like it, because it's similar to The Wire. It ain't like the other show that came and he was competing with that had a whole bunch of gay stuff. Now, for 50, that first episode, I think he had some gay shit in there, and he took that out with 2 niggas in the tub or some shit. But 2 niggas in the tub, 2 niggas, the first episode, 2 niggas in it. So, and then he started destroying the other one for having a bunch of gay stuff when he was getting that Puff Daddy too.
Yo, that's what's trending, man. You gotta have the gay stuff in there, bro.
Well, yeah, the one drug dealer, he was gay. The main.
You talking about Lobos?
Lobos. Yeah, he was homosexual. Yeah, so.
But see, the thing about it though, they didn't dwell in it. I mean, you kind of knew he was gay, but they didn't dwell in it like as Empire.
50 made that slick. But the thing about it, now we get into the power of the Illuminati, right? I like this because this goes into the power of the Illuminati. They actually, you have to Like if you look at the radio shows, right? Look at the radio shows. They control the radio for Jewish people. You got most radio shows got somebody gay on it. Steve Harvey, Power 109, all these big radio stations, Charlemagne the God, they got gay people in there.
Hey,
It's
can
like
I say one? Oh, go ahead. Can I say
and then-
one thing? And they all do the entertainment report. That's facts.
right, they got gay people in there. And if you go back to the cartoons back in the days, the gay dog, I forgot what cartoon that was. The gay dog slapping this dude, his pops on the butt doing some gay shit. So the Illuminati, you gotta implement some gay stuff, even in the music industry. Look at Little Uzi and all of them. And people argue like that's not gay. What do you mean that's not? You see what he's doing? You see the dancing, you see the moving. So even in the movie industry, if back in the days like the 80s and 70s, you didn't have a lot of gay shit in there. Now you can't even watch a commercial without no gay shit on it. Two niggas doing a commercial, living together, or you get back to like our couples that goes back in the days, or even most of the TV shows, like even I got to do with the kids watching or the grown-ups. That's where the Power Illuminati implement that in there. And this is that what you said, social what? This is how they do it through the
Social
media.
engineering.
Through the media.
Now, real quick, Ick and Mel has to dip out on us, but I want to ask Ick and Mel a question, and then I want to go to you, Kevin Kelly. Ick and Mel, the next we were going to get into tonight. We were going to get into the baby smoking weed, the parents making the baby smoke weed. Before you hop up out of here, I definitely want your opinion. How do you? And then we're going to go back to power real quick, and then we're going to go into hip hop and the Illuminati. But before you dip out, sir, I do want to ask you, how do you feel about the mothers making the baby smoke weed as young as 3 months old?
I heard about that. I think it's crazy. I think it's wrong. I think that some people believe that because of the whole like marijuana is so safe that it's okay to give to a child. A lot of pregnant moms too. I did like a little bit of research. They smoke because it helps them with like nausea and like all this stuff. And they say supposedly that affects the child, the infant baby inside the womb. My thoughts are that like if you're not fully developed, if your brain hasn't fully developed, you shouldn't be smoking weed or anything that like can adulterate your brain or anything. It showed that it actually can affect kids and children. I don't think there's any reason for a baby, couple months old, 1 year old to be smoking weed, yo. And if anybody thinks that's okay, there's something seriously fucking wrong with you. I think that's messed up, yo, on so many levels. I don't know why they would do that. You know, I think it's just ignorant parents, man. It's just wrong. It's not right to do that to a child. You know, that's my thoughts on that.
That's a fact. And on the way out, family, tell them where to find you. I appreciate you.
Just find me, on YouTube, ICKEDMEL, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Thanks for having me on, man. I'm gonna go take care of the baby now. So I enjoyed the conversation, man. You guys brought up some really good, topics and insight. So, yeah.
All right, man.
Peace.
Nice to meet you, though.
Yeah, good meeting you guys. Good talking to you, man. Take care.
All right, Mel.
Oh, I was gonna ask, what do you guys think is better, movies or TV shows nowadays?
Now, real quick, before we get up into that, I do want to ask Kevin this question. Kevin Kelly, do you watch Power?
No.
Damn.
That's
okay.
2 of us.
Well, let me ask you this question then. The most ironic part about the TV show Power is this to me. The name of the show is called Power, but the main character has zero power or control over his woman. So my question to you is, Kevin Kelly, like what, because I know you specialize in this. How does a man handle a situation where he doesn't have any control or power or influence over his woman? Because that's pretty much the show. Just the bitch is running wild. I hate this.
How can you handle what situation?
Where the female is just running wild. That's Tasha from Power. Tasha is Ghost's wife in Power, and she's out here running wild. Everything Ghost tells Tasha, she runs behind his back and tells his best friend. She's out here talking to the feds behind his back. How do you handle a situation like that?
If I was Ghost?
Yes.
I'd man up. Well, actually, I saw like, I would say like 20 minutes of one episode that was in the first season. And I never watched it again because I was a Ray Donovan fan. I was into Ray Donovan. But Ghost, he would have to expel the bitch, man. He would just have to get rid of her. He would have to man up. If he knows what she's doing, if he got intel on what she's doing, he has to let her go. I don't know what else to say.
Do you believe that when a man reaches a certain level of status and reaches a certain level of financial freedom, is it even worth having a wife? Is it even is it even worth taking that? You know what I mean? Putting yourself in that situation.
No, it's not. I don't think it is.
Why is it?
Well, okay. If I should obey the nature of men like to have, different treats of women. So if you have that power to have any female you want, I don't see why you're gonna be stuck with one, because she's gonna give you hell. She could be worse than 5 different females that you're dealing with. And that's just my opinion. I just think if you have the power to have more than one female, well, why are you gonna be stuck with one? You're gonna cheat anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to kind of like disagree with that. You know why? Let's say statistics. Statistics show the most powerful, not the richest, the most powerful people in the world got a strong females behind. But I agree with the dread. I agree with the dread. Like the same female that can hold you back, the same one that can take you down. But at the same time, I could say if you got 5 females and you talking about one that could drive you crazy, I don't want 5 crazy problems. It's just knowing the type of female you need to be with. If you got the right kind of money and you picking a female for money, now that's a whole nother ball game. Of you picking up because you're a bad, BITCH and all that. That's a whole different ball game. But if you pick like a soulmate, somebody who support everything you're doing, not into the media, like when you look at somebody like that dude you talking about, he's with somebody that's not good for him. You can't label all females, like that or whatever the case may be. So when the Yachty said that, basically, if you got all the money in the world and you can have different treats and stuff like that, I can't resonate with that for the fact that he said one girl can drive you crazy. 5 can drive you crazy. That's 5 problems. What if you get all 5 of them pregnant? Shit.
Hey, low key.
What's good?
Hey, look. You said Tasha was driving with, you say she walking all over Ghost. Now let's get to the source of it.
Well, I actually call Reginald. I actually call her Never Leave the House Tasha, because she always in the house in every scene.
Yeah, but let's get
and we're gonna get into Super Slides thoughts.
But let's get to the point. Let's get to the point of why she was doing Ghost like that now. You know what I'm saying? Because you watch Power, so you know exactly why she was doing Ghost like that. She was trying to get his attention. She couldn't get his attention. He was never home. He'll change cell phones and it'll take her a week to get his number. And that's his wife. So you got to look at that too now. See, my man didn't know that. My man was commenting on it, but he didn't know. He don't watch that. Power.
On the first episode, hey, Reginald, on that first episode, she was fingering herself for the fucking driver. Come on, fam. Come on, exactly. she was a thought from the jump.
But listen though. But she'll get back home and she'll have an argument with Ghost. And then, during the argument, you could tell that this been going on for months or probably years, that she been trying to get his attention. Just because you look at the first episode and you see her fingering herself while the driver's in the car, okay. But when she go home,
say something to that. Wait, I'm sorry for interrupting, but I think the real reason why she did it because Ghost, he keeps sleeping around behind her back, and she was
trying to get his attention and she couldn't get it. I mean, that's any woman. If she not get, that's any man too. If they not getting what they not, if they not getting what they want to get at home, then of course they're gonna get it from somewhere else.
Super Slide 75. Let me ask you this question, big homie. If you was in a relationship and if it was kind of set up like Ghost and Tasha, if you felt your girl wanted attention from you, but you wasn't giving it to her how she wanted it, would you prefer her to finger herself for the driver and ultimately have sex with your driver, or would you prefer her to just say, you know what, I'm done with this relationship, I don't want no parts of this, and leave? What would you prefer?
Well,
Can I
the
say one
fact,
more thing, low key, before you answer that? I mean, can I say one more thing? Because this got to be pointed out. Because you can't ask these people these questions without putting everything out
That's
there.
the context right there.
Yeah, I know, but she knew Ghost was fucking other women before she fingered herself. You act like they was just having a bad relationship and she fingered her. She knew for a fact that he was fucking other women before she did that. So
But how
I
does she
mean,
know that? But how would she know that when the episode starts out, he's not fucking and
oh,
you show him fucking other
you going
girls?
by episode. Everything is not combusting to an episode though.
Okay.
Low key.
But
You
even
know,
okay, so even that, my question is still the same to Super Sly. Would you rather a girl, if she feel like you fucking other girls, would you rather her be on some tit for tat shit and fuck other niggas, or would you rather her say, I'm gonna leave you? What would you rather, Super Sly?
I would rather her leave, but she's not going to leave him per se because he provides a lifestyle that no other man that she could probably deal with could afford. Like he's an upper echelon. He's a man of means and resources. What options does she have after that? And then the second point, the most important part was his whole thing for Truth was to get out the game, and she was like, "No,
Right.
I want you back in. This is what you
Right.
do." So
Right.
clearly, she's a detriment to him, regardless of that. That's the mother of his children, and that's his wife. At some point, I would expect him as the character to get away from her because she's toxic, and clearly, Angela is the complete opposite. And she submisses to him. She puts his needs before hers. Clearly, the whole white or Latina black dynamic is going on there. So Tasha's the dark skinned angry woman, and then Angela's the nice submissive Latina. So that whole thing is, because I want to see Ghost and Angela together. I like seeing them together.
Hell no, man.
Hey, man, listen.
Hell no.
Well, I was gonna say this, man. Don't forget that I don't know if you guys watch Sons of Anarchy, but Mayans MC starts this Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
But you know what, Sly, when you was talking that shit, what then for a person like me, and I'm gonna hop up into the chat, Bad and Boozy, but for a person like me, what should I take away from the show then on some enlightenment shit? What should I take away from the show?
A guy like Ghost, the woman has to understand it's not about her. She's replaceable. You're just a mere piece. You're a piece on his chessboard. If you don't fit his agenda and you become a problem, you are replaced. Regardless if you have all his kids, one of his kids, none of his kids, you are replaceable. He has not.
Yo, can I comment on that?
Go ahead, brother.
She knows the backhand of his business, man. Like she actually saved his ass a couple of times. You can't find many women to do that after you don't fucked over him so many times. So technically, she's not replaceable.
Well, I just want to say this. Okay, here got a problem with people. And good brother, you from the South, so I see where you coming from. Listen, everybody's replaceable. First of all, if you detriment to my business, if you fingering my driver, I'm gonna mess around and smoke my driver. That's gonna mess up my business.
And yo, John Hardy, he ended up dying.
And I don't even watch. I don't even watch the movie.
Not because of that, but still, he would have died either way. Once Ghost found out, Ghost would have killed him. Let's keep it a buck.
You feel me? So listen. Okay, good brother. Let's put yourself in this situation. You power, you Ghost, and then you with your wife, and you know what I mean. And you feel like nobody can replace her. And you find out she fucking your brother. What you gonna do?
Who me?
Nah. Let me correct myself because when I said, hold on, because I'm gonna answer.
You say, hold on, wait. You said you said he should keep her. So let's say
No, I didn't say he could keep her. No, I didn't. Dude said the other guy. I don't know his name. Excuse me for not knowing your name, but dude said she needs to understand that she's replaceable, and I chimed in and said. She saved him on so many occasions, and she knows the backhand of his business. Like she's not just his wife. So technically, I said she's somewhat not replaceable, but I didn't say he needs to keep her. I didn't say that at all. Because anybody, I don't care. I don't care if she fucked my brother or the dude next door. Like she gone, literally.
But like, she's fingering like she fingered in front of the drive. Like to me, that's a warning sign. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute.
She's still gone. She gone.
Yeah.
She got to be gone.
It
He
ain't
gotta
no
be
more.
gone.
But that
That's
tells
just
me you're
common
dangerous.
sense.
That tells me you're dangerous. You know what I mean? He could
Yeah,
10,000,
but
40,000, and
the thing that low key not pointing out to y'all is that before dude died, Ghost found out that dude was fucking his wife. Ghost didn't do nothing. Low key can say,
I
low
didn't
key
know
Hold
he
can
found
up.
say,
out.
hold
Hold
on,
on,
hold
hold
on,
on,
hold
hold
on,
on,
hold
hold
on,
on,
low
hold
key,
on, hold
hold
on.
on,
I
low
So
didn't know
key,
he
was
found
hold
it.
on, low key, hold on,
was
low
the
key.
driver fucking her?
Low key can say all he want that Ghost would have eventually killed him. You could speculate and say that. Now let's move on from that. Ghost also found out she was fucking the lawyer. He didn't do nothing about
What?
that. That make well, what does that make Ghost? What does that
Hold
make?
up. So his wife was fucking everybody?
You know,
yeah.
if she
Yeah.
would
Loki,
have,
you didn't tell me that. She needs to
No, I didn't.
die.
listen to this. If she
Yo,
was stupid,
yo, hold on, wait
She
up,
was a
hold up.
thigh pocket.
Oh my God!
She was a
Monica
thigh
said she
pocket.
have to die now. She
yeah,
gotta die. Yo, the dress, the dress says she
exactly.
gotta
So,
die. Hold on, wait. Y'all missed the dress.
we
The
gonna
dress.
call, if we gonna call her stupid, if we gonna call her, we gotta call Ghost stupid for putting up with that too. So
Hold on,
that's
wait
just
up. Well, y'all missed the dress. The dress said she gotta die.
yeah, exactly. You know, she fucked this man lawyer, man. Like, come on, man. And the
Well,
lawyer coming in his house like it's all good.
well,
And he know
let me hop up in here real quick. I want to go to Sly and I want to go to Virgo. Sly, why do you feel like this man that's living an illegal life? Why do you feel like he should wind up with the feds?
I don't like Ghost for what he did to Kanan. I was rooting for Kanan the whole time. I was hoping Kanan got revenge on all three of them.
What do you mean by that? By sending him to jail?
Yeah, they're the ones that mess with his tail light. That's why
Right.
he got initially pulled over. And I
exactly.
understood Kanan's whole motive. It was revenge. That's an older story in the
I
book.
feel like the only alternative they said was to kill Kanan. So he kind of let him live.
Yeah, but Kanan was already going to double cross everybody anyway.
Right.
Everybody else was just an ends to a means. You know, they had a common enemy with the Italians, the Serbs, the Jimenez. So they had too many different enemies to take care of on their own. So as a force together, you know, they're pretty tough.
That's a mafia. That's some mafia shit. Like, get rid of him. Yeah, I respect that. Yeah.
How do you feel like the show is going to end? Super Sly, and I want to go to Virgo. I want to know Virgo's favorite character.
You're gonna have to have one of these major characters get killed off or go to jail, because the way it's looking now with Tommy killing his dad. Damn it, dad. Spoilers. Did y'all see the episode? Oh shit, my bad.
What?
Y'all ain't seen the episode yet? Come on, listen.
No.
Oh my god. Look, I need y'all to catch up. Okay.
Virgo about to kill all of us.
Fuck.
Virgo about to kill
My
all
bad.
of
I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. So, oh, shit. I need y'all to catch up. Come on now.
Yo, the shit came on tonight, though.
It's only like 9:30.
I watched it yesterday. Come on, y'all. Oh my goodness.
Hey, my
The
man.
show come on Sunday.
Okay, let me say this. One of the major characters, somebody has to go to prison. Somebody's gonna snitch and go to somebody's going to prison, or somebody's gonna get killed. One of the major characters has to be the way they're writing it out has to be.
Well, one is gone now, right? 50 gone, right?
No.
Yeah, but
oh, never mind. Y'all still going in?
Go ahead, Virgo.
I was gonna ask y'all a question, but I kind of forgot. I was gonna ask y'all, what do y'all think is better, movies or TV shows nowadays?
You know what? I'm gonna say real quick. I'm gonna be in and out with this one. I say TV shows. You know why? You go to the movies, you can't even watch it. You go to the bathroom, you go get popcorn, people yelling you can't even watch a movie.
I mean, you can watch it on DVD when it comes out, or Netflix, or the Fire Stick.
Even they be having even they be having commercials now. God damn, though. Even they be having commercials.
No, I mean, like, you can watch it on DVD. Like, you can watch the movie on DVD. Like, the difference between a movie, like, with a movie, you can watch it one time and it's just one story. With TV shows, they have so many.
It's like a book.
Yeah, they have so many. They have so many episodes. You can go into depth. Like, it's so many episodes. You can go into depth with the story.
Power is like the only TV show that I watch that's like kind of non-educational, because I like to look at I can learn. You know what I'm saying? I look at Game of Thrones and Homeland. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't seen Homeland, bro, y'all really need to watch Homeland.
Yeah.
Homeland is just a show that exposes.
Homeland, you talking about the show on Showtime? I used to watch that
Yeah.
show, but once they killed wait, I ain't gonna spoil it. But once they killed that character in season 3, I stopped watching that shit. You know what I'm talking about, right? The white guy, the terror he wasn't a terrorist, but they thought he was dead, but
he got his own show called Billionaire. You need to look at that too. You can learn a lot from TV shows, man. Because like I tell a lot of people, man, what they put on TVs and movies, that's what's real. What they teach you in
Claire Danes is fine as hell. I ain't gonna lie, I would fuck her. Claire Danes.
I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, you don't know who? Claire Danes is on Homeland. She's the white girl. I forgot her name. That plays what's the damn chick's name? The crazy chick.
I can't. Carrie.
Carrie, yeah. She's hot as hell.
Now, real quick, hi. You want to hear hi?
Hey, my man from New York still on here?
Yeah, I'm here, good brother.
Hey,
hi reacts. Are you in the building?
This is what I wanted to tell you right quick, man. Everything that girl do on Power, I forget her name, Tasha or whatever. Everything that she do, and low key can verify this. Ghosts allow her to do that. So
you allow,
right?
Why am I? What the heck?
Right?
He do.
Oh, okay.
Now, real quick, I want to introduce another king to the panel. Hi reacts. Are you in the building?
Yeah, man, you got me?
Man, I want to appreciate you for hopping on the stream. How you doing, fam? Tell them where to find you.
Oh, shit, I'm good, man. You can't find me nowhere right now, man. Not until tomorrow, until I get my shit right. But tomorrow I'm going to start live streaming on, my live stream will be called The Last King live stream, and I'm going to have my regular High Reacts channel. But I'm going to start fucking with it come tomorrow, man.
Now, I want to say this real quickly, family. I respect all the kings on the panel tonight. Like I said, when I'm searching for enlightenment or any type of knowledge, these other people I go to. You don't even understand. This is the motherfucking Avengers of the content creators in life. Fuck YouTube on life. If YouTube ended today, these people would live on forever. You know what I'm saying? Wakanda forever. This is them. So I want to say I appreciate y'all time. It's priceless to me, and I appreciate y'all for being up here. While I do have all of y'all up here, I want to hop into a topic that was discussed on Star in the Morning last night.
Before we get in there, please hit the notification, like and share and comment on this video.
Yes, John Hardy making me remember some shit I forgot. Pay attention. But I do want to hop into hip hop and the Illuminati. Does hip hop understand the Illuminati? Kevin Kelly, I want to hear your thoughts first, and I want to hop on the Super Sly, and then I want to hop on to High Reacts. Go ahead, family.
Well, to be honest, I haven't really followed up that Illuminati thing with hip hop. I mean, I've watched a few videos. I've watched some of Super Sly's videos. I've watched a whole bunch of videos on YouTube. You know, I really have no proof, but I see a lot of what they talk about, you know, with hand gestures and stuff like that. But it's not far-fetched because, like, reading the Bible and other, you know, historical books, it talks about witchcraft and magic and, you know, stuff like that. So, and nothing is new under the sun, you know, so I'm pretty sure it happens. I just don't have solid proof, but I like to listen to the masters on YouTube talk about that stuff.
That's a fact. Now, Super Sly 75, can you tell us specifically what is the Illuminati's influence on hip hop?
It's not so much just hip hop, it's just urban music, period. You've always had the requisite Jew who's always been someone's manager, and they've always kind of guided the artist to talk about certain things. Well, basically with hip hop, you know, once Black Power thing, the Public Enemy, they got rid of all that shit and brought in a gangster rap. Whatever you want to blame the NWA, Uncle Luke, Too Short, to a certain extent, whether they want to admit it or not, they're all complicit. Now, in the beginning, I'm sure they didn't understand what was going on, why they were pushed so heavily. But as they got further in the game, they understood what time it was, and they still kept pushing that narrative. Back then, you had a balance. There's no balance now. They know they couldn't afford to have a bunch of conscious black folk running around here talking about black power and self-empowerment and financial economics, things of that nature. You know, KRS Ones, your public enemies, things of that nature. You couldn't have that today. Now, they won't allow that. So, to a certain extent, you know, you could say people want to say, well, J. Cole and Kendrick. I don't think so. I don't think they're as deep as people give them credit for. The last deep artist, rap-wise, I would say within the last 10 years, it was Jay Electronica. Now, he was on some next level shit, but when he got with that Rothschild chick over in England, he came back, Fruit of Islam, and he been quiet, and he ain't dropped the album since. So he was like the last deep brother that was really dropping a lot of gems.
What about Lupe Fiasco?
Lupe, yeah, I give Lupe a lot of credit, but now you got to remember Lupe, when he was with Atlantic, his buddy Chills got that was that drug case and all that shit. He was a witness, and he could say things, but not so much. But I like Lupe. But as far as like the last deep brother was Jay Electronica, without question.
Because I feel like ever since Lupe made that comment about Obama, his career ain't been the same. Like he kind of got blackballed from Hollywood. Like he doesn't know him. Like you don't hear from him mainstream writers no more. Like back then, he used to be on the radio, but once he made the comments about Obama and this and that, you know, because at that time you had a lot of black people. They was kind of on the Obama tip, the Obama Kool-Aid. And when Lupe Fiasco spoke that against him and stuff, and his career ain't been the same. He's been blackballed and not promoted as much.
Well, Leo told everybody in the Breakfast Club interview he would take the troubled artist with the talent and push that artist. Like, there's no use for positivity. This is why all your rappers you always see them buying depreciating assets like jewelry and cars, which has nothing to do with anything, you know, just pushing a false narrative. Anything about empowerment and bettering yourself is not going to be pushed, and is frowned upon and is pretty much prohibited.
Why, Sly? Why?
That's how you keep people downtrodden. You can't let these people have hope and thought that they may recover and reclaim their past great status. You know, like and part of the problem is us. Everybody wants to mention what we did in Egypt and in Kemet. I get all that, but what are we doing now? That's my whole thing. What are we doing now? I don't want to hear what we used to do. That sounds like Al Bundy when he used to talk about what he used to do in football in high school. I don't care what you used to do 20, 30 years ago. What are you doing now? And right now we're in a degenerative state as a people. Your top 3 or 4 or 5 rappers are more than likely lean heads. No diss to those kids, but seriously, have you seen these kids' shows? Like, the shows are packed, standing house only, and it's just some of the dumbest shit you've ever heard.
No. We going back to social engineering.
I agree. But a lot of the old heads sold out too. Now a lot of old heads took checks to look the other way, to keep pushing certain narratives, and there's a lot of guys that need to be held accountable for that stuff as well too. So
now real quick, High reacts. How do you feel the Illuminati has influenced hip hop?
Shit, to be 100 with you, man, the last time the Illuminati is not something I really dabble in. I mean, for one, the very first time I really fucked with it was when Pac was alive and when he was talking about, like when he dropped that Machiavelli album. That's when I really got involved. But then ever since then, I quit fucking with it for the fact that if they supposed to be a secret organization, it's a lot of information about them. You know what I'm saying? So the way I always figured it is, it's kind of like a play action fake. You know, I got you looking at this when there's something really bigger going on behind the scenes. Because I think if you want to talk about the Illuminati, you got to talk about something that's really bigger than the Illuminati. Because I think it's a situation that might be bigger than them. Because if it was secret, then why? I mean, how are we talking about it? You know? Right. Because I'll tell you what the secret is. The secret is where the fuck is Jimmy Hoffa? Nobody knows that. You know why? Because it's a secret. Nobody wants to talk about it. If the Illuminati was that, if that was the real issue, we wouldn't know nothing about it. There's something that's going on that we don't know nothing about. And to Sly point, I like what he said as far as when he said about what the fuck we was doing 20 or 30 years ago. See, too many people live in the past. And that's how we start viewing each other and judging each other's actions about shit that we did in the past. It's about right now. What you doing right now? What's popping right now? What's good with you today? Yesterday is gone. 20 years ago is gone. That's why I get tired of hearing people blaming circumstances and other people on their shit when the problem is really you, because you got enough time to turn that shit around, you know?
And I kind of agree with both of the brothers. Like, it, you know what I mean? It's, I don't want to go too deep into it, but it is like what people consider a conspiracy theory. Like they say FEMA was a conspiracy theory. FEMA got shown to be proven now. FEMA is out there. They got FEMA camps. They got FEMA coffins. So the thing House was breaking down was like, hold up, whoa. Okay, what House was talking about, if it's a secret, then why everybody know about it? But the fact of the matter is that they putting it out there more. If you look at the video, you can see so many Illuminati subliminals. It's just that society is more like, you even hear people like rappers saying they sold their soul and they will sell it for $1 million and all this crazy talk or whatever the case may be. So what they have to do with the music is basically media control that have people do things according to their agenda. You know what I mean? Like be gay, like take lean and syrup, like disrespect your mother. If you come with a certain type of rap and records, even in 2011, they had this big meeting with Russell Simmons, a big artists. You had Jay-Z in there, you had Russell Simmons, you had and right after that happened, Pac got killed. These are people that was protesting this in a lyrical scheme. A lot of people got killed in that time. Even when we had the black leaders like Marcus Garvey or coming back up to Martin Luther King, they wiped out Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and that whole Black Panther shit with one goddamn president. They took all the leaders down and replaced them with the Al Sharptons and the Jesse Jacksons. So the same thing like the brother said, they do that in the music. When Fight the Power came in, they got rid of them and had somebody put some pop shit on. 2010, people started black, conscious start building again, and then they turned around and had Lil Wayne came with Looking Like a Lollipop. So whenever they see the conscious mind waking up, and it's social engineer again, they just put certain artists, like he said, look at the artists today. You got artists being charged for sexual assault, pedophile, drugs, guns, and all this crap. And somebody's pushing that agenda, like not even saying if Illuminati real or not. But listen, let me tell you something. Who don't think it's real, like I respect that. But listen, the signs is in, like the Dread said, biblical history even spoke of this. But going deeper than that, it's in our face. When you look at some of the entertainment shows they have at the VA award shows and all that, they got a big 6 over there. They got a big triangle. Those are hidden subliminals that's not hidden no more. So now they putting it out there because they socially engineering people to accept it more. So you got people like Little Uzi talking about, yeah, I sold my soul. Now he's talking about, y'all going to hell with me, my fans. Like, this dude really believed that. Now, I'm not saying if it's true or not, because certain people can't be brainwashed. But with music, you can brainwash people with TV shows. So they in the industry, they control the industry. This is why you don't hear no positive music industry. And music is influence. Now, getting to the stars, music is vibrations. You put on something positive in the morning, you're going to be positive. If you listen to what somebody say in the morning, negative, like 13 times and repeat that, you wake up to this type of shit in the morning, or negative news about the world going to end and all that shit, the whole day is messed up. They know that influence of music is there, so they control that to have people do things like I think Ha said, or the brother said, it keep people sleep. It don't wake them up.
I think let me put this out there real quick. And what I think is a huge issue as far as that's concerned, and this is the thing that disturbs me the most, is that you got a large mass of people, and it may not seem like a big deal, but in the grand scheme of things, this is a sad fucking situation. You got a large mass of people who are so fucking dumb, that you can be influenced by the next motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that I don't know, like if it just got if human nature just got watered down over the years to the point to where everybody's a fucking sheep and there's no leaders out there anymore to where I have to go to a pro athlete or to a rapper or some shit like that and say, hey, that's who I look up to. That's who I want to be like. There's no, and everything's so obvious. It's so obvious that it's abortion clinics in the hood. It's so obvious that it's a hustler on every corner in the hood. It's so fucking obvious that it's liquor stores on every corner in the hood. It's so obvious that all these things are going on, but yet you can have a youth 16, 17, 18, 20 years old sit there and look and not see anything fucking wrong. That's a sense of normality to somebody. That's weird to me that races, black, white, Hispanic, it doesn't matter what the race right at this point in time because everything is corrupted. Everything is corrupted to the point where people are so blind they can't even see the shit that's in front of them. And I think that's what the biggest problem is that it's not that people are woke, it's how many people are asleep and gonna be that way.
Yep.
Forever.
Yep. Facts.
Now, real quick, Hyde, did you want to finish your point, Hyde?
No, that's it. That's all I had.
Now, real quick, family, I do want to ask this while everybody's here. I feel like, in my personal opinion, this is monumental. This is a legendary moment in history. Fuck YouTube, like I said, in history. You know what I'm saying? When do you have, we have 7 on the panel now, but at one point, we had 8 free thinkers ruled by no one other than ourselves, our own mind, our own consciousness. My question is, when you have a panel of 8 free thinkers like a Virgo, a Ikit Mel, a Super Slide 75, a John Hardy, a Kevin Kelly, a Hyde Reacts, a Reginald Williams, and a Low Key T. My question to the panel is, and I want y'all to give me a genuine and honest answer, like for real, dead ass. I want to know y'all answer. My question to y'all is, how can the Illuminati stop us? How can the elite stop us when we're all in the same place at the same time and we're not controlled by anyone?
I'm gonna go with what Ha said. I want to go with what Ha said. It's not about the people that's woke. It's about the people that sleep. So let's say all of us in here is power. You know what I mean? But if 6 out of 8 people is asleep and debating the facts and creating this controversy that they want us to do, you know what I mean, then we can't do that. But if everybody's woke, would it seem like everybody here is woke? You know what I mean? Then we hold power information for starter, because that's what they control with the media, with the music. They control information to influence, social engineer or people perception, minds and thoughts and stuff like that. So like right now, this is power at its higher cost. Technically, they can't stop us. They could play by YouTube and Google rules. Don't play this video. Don't do this. We just got to play on that platform until we get to a certain aspect where, hypothetically, let's say like this. They try to stop us on YouTube. I tell all of y'all, come to my website. Now they can't stop me. There's no rules on my website or any one of our websites. If we got a website, there's no rules where they can say you're restricted from doing A, B, C, D, F, G. That's all.
And Super Slide, I want to go to Virgo. There's an army behind a Super Slide. There's an army behind a Kevin Kelly. There's an army behind a lot of people on this fucking panel. What's stopping us? What's stopping us from making our own shit? Slide 75.
Here's the problem: we don't have enough numbers, because you got way more people that's down with this shit, that's agreed to become a buffer class or to become gatekeepers or to make sure that our uprisings get squashed before they take effect. It's been shown look through history. Marcus Garvey, they sent in W.E.B. Du Bois. For every Malcolm X, they're going to send in MLK. So they've always got opposition ready for movements that they know are coming at some point. The whole COINTEL with the Panthers and, oh my God, with the movement, what they did in Philly. So it's a number for me. It's a numbers game. We don't have the numbers.
Virgo, you want to piggyback off of that, young brother?
I was gonna say I don't really believe in the whole Illuminati thing. Yeah, I do believe that the industry is very corrupted. The government's corrupted. There's a lot of shady stuff that do go in the industry, like pedophilia, some of these artists, they die in a suspect way, like with Prince, for example. He got the rights back to his music from Warner Brothers, and then 2 years later, like after he gets the rights back to his music, he dies all of something. Then they try to say he took drugs because he injured himself. I mean, I did like a little research on it. I heard Prince didn't really like doing drugs. He was very religious, very religious and stuff. So it's like, nah, I think that man was murdered. But as the whole Illuminati thing, I don't believe it.
No. Don't forget Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, Michael Jackson. I mean, other artists too. John Lennon.
Bill
I
Cosby. Bill Cosby was about to buy out NBC.
Yeah, NBC, and then all of a sudden now people are accusing him of supposedly sexually assaulting these women. Yeah, that's a bunch of bull crap. I definitely believe that.
And I can assure you, I'm cocky enough to say that's the Illuminati.
Yeah, but as far as the Illuminati, man, I mean, it's so many information on Illuminati nowadays, and it's like if the Illuminati is real, if the Illuminati is powerful, like people say it is, how come these people on YouTube that's doing these videos on the Illuminati, how come they not getting killed, man?
Because here's the reason. Like, you got two aspects of that. You got people that joined them and they signed an oath. So when they say things like Prodigy, they already Tupac. They signed an oath not to do this. But then that's people that's like got 5 followers. They not worrying about you. When like the brother said, when your followers grow, if you got 30,000 viewers, look at some of the YouTubers. There was 2 YouTubers killed actually. And they start, Kajinka Jenkins or whatever her name is, and there was another one in the Bronx. But when people start getting a lot of followers, they start getting shit from YouTube saying they violated this, violated that, or whatever. That's just be the warning. I even seen some YouTuber was like, if they come to me, like I ain't saying nothing because if they send me a check, stuff like that. So the higher your content of your viewers go up, the more, like Martin Luther King, he brought 250,000 people to the White House. That's like 1 million today. That's like 1 billion. Somebody who got that kind of power, when your power start growing on YouTube, they coming after you.
Reginald, hop up in there, Reginald.
I want to say though, man, I think it has something to do with, because how like with the rich and poor and stuff, like you have the richer that's getting richer and you have the poor that's getting poorer. I think they don't want the people to be more unified, because I feel like if people of all race start sticking together, whatever color and stuff, they feel like it's going to be a problem.
That's a fucking fact.
That's
let me
facts.
come in
They
on
do
that.
that, and they do that, and they do that in all aspects. They do that in education. They do that in media. They do that with money. They do that with race, sex, gender. They do it all the way. This is conquer, divide, and conquer. That's all the tactics is. If you keep first, they had the Republicans. People start disagreeing with them. They made the Democrats. People start disagreeing with them. They made the a whole bunch of other groups to join in to have everybody, basically is divide and conquer.
Yeah. Hey, look, check this out, right? See, my whole thing with the like, I don't really like to use the word Illuminati because people only thing they know about quote unquote Illuminati is what they see on YouTube videos. But I understand the bigger picture, and whether you want to call it the Illuminati, the source, the system, or white supremacy, whatever you want to call it, we all can collectively come to an agreement that we all understand what we're talking about, even if we got different names for it. But my whole thing about it is, I mean, yeah, it does exist. It is a certain entity, that if you want to say, runs the entertainment world, every aspect of the world for that point, you know what I'm saying? And we definitely see it with the music, you know what I'm saying? Like you got a bunch of white guys that ain't never been to and then I hate, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people always say, oh, here he is bringing race into it again. Well, I hate to disappoint you. Race is in every aspect of the world. You can't name one thing that race don't play a part in. And the number one thing that race shouldn't play a part in is the church, but it does, because no one can show me an integrated church. Nobody can show me one church that's integrated. And I'm not talking about, oh, well, my mama got a white family that go to her church. I'm talking about a church that's 50-50 or 60-40. See what I'm saying? And nobody can find that church. But anyway, let's get back to the hip hop thing, man. But it's definitely in there, and I see it with the music, especially being out here in Atlanta, man. And I'm from Atlanta. And once Atlanta start really getting put on the map as far as with the music, a lot of people start saying, "Oh well, hip hop is dead." Blase, blase, blase. And I really understand what they was talking about, because before, it was up north, and them dudes a whole lot more lyrical than what we is. You see what I'm saying? Nowadays, to make a rap song, all you need is pretty much 5 words, and you just say them over and over. You know what I'm saying? You can use the word kitchen, pot, whip, and say skirt a few times, and you good. You got a hit. You see what I'm saying? But none of this music have no substance behind it, and that's the thing about it. And then your subconscious is the most important part of your mind, man. Like, you got more information that goes into your subconscious than you realize, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can hate a song, but when it come on the radio, you just automatically know the words, and you like, damn, how the hell do I know the word? I don't even like this shit. But you know the words because the shit is back in your head, man. It's in your subconscious. The same thing they do with the cartoons. You see what I'm saying? The shit is in the cartoons. It's everywhere, man. And just like my man from New York said, man, like, the shit literally be in your face, man. But you got to have a certain type of pair of glasses on to see it. Everybody's not going to see it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is on different levels of consciousness when it comes to this shit. You see what I'm saying? So everybody's not gonna see the same thing. I could look at a Obama speech, you know what I'm saying, and I see one thing, and somebody else can look at an Obama speech and they see something totally different. You see what I'm saying? So, but as far as with the music, man, we all know the all the top tier guys, all the guys that that records get spin all day. We all know that they part of the agenda. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Whether you want to call them conscious rappers or whatever, ain't nothing conscious about Kendrick Lamar. Ain't nothing conscious about J. Cole. They all down with the agenda. You know what I'm saying? But when we say conscious rappers, that's the first name people like to bring up: Kendrick Lamar and what's the dude named J. Cole. And to me, I don't really see nothing conscious about them, because first of all, Kendrick Lamar said he don't smoke or drink, but in every fucking rap, you talking about weed and fucking pills and fucking liquor. Same thing with what's my man in Memphis, Yo Gotti. He said he don't drink or smoke, but yet that shit is all in your fucking music. You know what I'm saying? And then I even seen Red Pill and Blue Pill do a video, and they was like, Jay-Z and Beyonce is carrying the conscious torch right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, really? This where we at now? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? I just be all the way confused, man. But like I say, man, a lot of people
you left out Young Jeezy, because he sit up there and rap drugs but brag about his son not smoking and drinking and going to college.
Exactly. I forgot about him. And the same thing with the new Gucci man, or whatever y'all want to call him. He's supposed to be drug free, but you know what I'm saying? That's all he rap about in his shit. You know what I'm saying?
So they're influencing the kids to sell drugs, but they making sure their own kids don't do that.
Exactly. And can I say one more thing? The same thing how Beyonce teaching all these women to be independent and you don't need a man. She say that, and at the end of the day, she go home to her husband. You see what I'm saying? And one more thing before I leave. Hey, look, and one more thing before I leave. And I didn't agree with shit Kanye said. You know what I'm saying? He made some good points, but he made a lot of stupid points too. But for people to criticize him the way they did, especially Snoop and all the celebrities, all the celebrities that we got pictures and videos on that was partying with Trump and kicking it with Trump before he was president, like Jay-Z, Beyonce, everybody that criticized Kanye, they was personal friends with Trump. Damn near the whole fucking hip hop community was friends with Trump before he got fucking in office. Everybody wanted Trump in their fucking video as a cameo and all of this. So you can't tell me you didn't know he was a racist then, because you met him in the 90s. Back in the 70s, he had a fucking lawsuit for not renting out apartments to black people. So you didn't know that in the 90s? You had to wait to 2016 to find out he was a fucking racist? Come on, man. And people believe that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
People
They only doing it because they being controlled by the Democrats, man. The Democrat Party.
social engineering. Like people give Jay-Z, and you know what I'm saying? People say they conscious, but at the end of the day, you supporting Hillary. But you conscious, right? But
Her
you
husband,
supporting Hillary.
same person that came up with
Yeah.
the third strike law that locked up a lot of black people.
Exactly. He put more black people in prison than any fucking administration in fucking history.
For crack and what else? Alcohol.
But because he said, yeah, I smoked weed once and I play a saxophone. Oh, he the first black president. Like black people are so fucking gullible to it's sickening, man. This lady,
Jay-Z from Marcy, right? I'm from Marcy. We around the same age. We grew up in the same area. I used to always say Jay-Z never even put a basketball court. Like you brought Oprah out there.
Wow.
You didn't do nothing for best. Like you didn't put a you didn't put a school, you didn't put a church, you cutting checks. All these rich rappers, when they get older, they cutting checks to Africans or some white program or schools that ain't got nothing to do with the community for tax write-off and it show the white man, look, I gave money to this white college.
And the reason why they do that, because them people is not gonna allow them to do that. Them people is not gonna allow you to. I got a brother that made it to the Green Bay Packers roster. Wow. You know what I'm saying? He never got to play in the game, but he played in the Green Bay. He was on a roster, and him and a bunch of his other friends. You know what I'm saying? They actually made it to the NFL, and they was like, yeah, when you make it, you know what I'm saying, you got to go through an orientation or whatever. And you know what I'm saying? These are the type of people that you want to be around. You don't want to be around people that you grew up with. And they told me that these people told them, you don't want to mess with women with extensions. That's exactly what they told me, man. Like, that shit is real, man. But a lot of people, like, that shit is everywhere, man. Like kind of with the whole Cam Newton thing, man. Like they criticized this brother for a whole year, man, for giving footballs to kids when he scored a touchdown, for opening his shirt like he was Superman. He didn't pull down his pants like he was mooning the crowd. He didn't pull out an imaginary gun or none of that. The dude opened his shirt like Superman and smiled and gave football to little kids. And they criticized this man for it, man. But when white and they also criticized him, for acting like a brat and walking off on interviews. But Brady and Rodgers do it all the time, and nobody says nothing to these people, man. Like, it's so much hypocrisy and racism in every aspect of life, and you cannot run from it, man. You cannot run. People don't want to talk about it.
Let me hop up in here, Reginald. Kevin Kelly, you want to piggyback off of these thoughts, Kevin Kelly?
No, I'm just listening. I'm just listening to the guys talk.
Well, let's move into a new topic real quick. Just real quick. Recently there's a trend. I'm gonna call it a trend because I've seen it several times of mothers or babysitters letting these children from 3 months old to 1 year old to 7 years old smoke weed under their supervision. Kevin Kelly, I want to know your thoughts on this. Why do you feel this is happening? How is this happening? And is there anything anybody can do to stop this fuckery?
Well, I didn't even know it was happening, to be honest. It's my first time hearing about it. Yeah. But in order to stop it with like the babysitters, like parents just have to like install cameras or something, to watch them while they're at home.
Are you saying Are you saying Loki? Are you saying the parents or the babysitters?
Is in both situations where the parents and the babysitters, they're left alone with these children. You can see the videos on WorldStar. My channel I showed the video on my channel. That's why my channel was I can't live stream anymore. I got hit with a guideline strike. But they're showing videos. There's videos of these babysitters and the parents themselves giving a blunt to their children, and their children are smoking the weed. Nobody on the panel saw that shit.
No,
I saw it, man.
What you think about that, High?
I'm gonna break it down to you real quick, and it's as simple as this because we try to trick it up and complicate it a lot. You know, motherfuckers be bringing in psychiatrists and all that. Listen, man, when you look at these people, you got parents who are young parents. Babysitters by nature generally are young, and the younger crowd is with the monkey shit, man. That's just what shit. Simple. It ain't nothing in the water. Nobody drop nothing in their food. Motherfuckers is goofy. They goofy, and these goofy motherfuckers is dangerous because they who likes what was it? 2 years ago they was lighting themselves on fire. They was doing corn challenges where they was pulling out their hair with corn on the cobs on power drills and shit.
Don't forget the water challenge too. The water challenge, freezing themselves up.
These people is goofy, so I'm not surprised by that. You got these young motherfuckers out here having kids with no training. Motherfuckers need to from now on, I'm telling you, somebody needs to look into giving these motherfucking parenting classes in high school because they don't know how to do it. And people are having kids young. If they're not aborting them, they having them and they doing a piss poor job. And then you got people talking about babysitting. Generally, birds of a feather flock together. So if you're a goofy motherfucker, you probably got a goofy motherfucker watching your kids. Well, that's a perfect recipe for my 2-year-old to be smoking a fucking cigarette. It's simple, man. The world, I'm telling you, motherfuckers is goofy. United States is like number 30 as far as intelligence. It's a dumb fucking country, man. It's dumb.
All right. Can I say some? I'm gonna I say this all the time. You know, I get pushback for this when I say it, but I believe that we need to have like a license issued to people for having kids.
Yes,
you know, I think people need to like assess people mentally, you know, and financially. And it sounds unfair, you know, because everybody should have the right to procreate. But the way it's going now in society, we have too many irresponsible people having kids, just like the brother just said. Too many goofy people just having kids. We need some type of order as far as that is concerned. You know what I mean? So that's what I have to say.
Before my man, let me reiterate on what he just said because I'm pro that. Now, by nature, I'm a small government guy. I don't want the government intervening in my shit whatsoever. But it's at the point right now where these goofy motherfuckers, they making it mad dangerous out here for people, man. They doing stupid shit. So come senior in high school, you should be evaluated whether or not you can have kids. If you prove to be mentally incompetent, something they need to fix you for at least 5 years, and then we revisit this shit in 5 years. But for 5 years, you can't have no kids. So that's generally from the age of 22, 23, 24. That's a good time. If you back right at that age, then you can have kids. But until then, no, man, no kids for you. Because people are just having kids, and kids is walking around hungry, smoking blunts, carrying guns. What the fuck, man? Somebody has to intervene, man. Somebody got to do something.
Now I'm gonna jump in this and I'm gonna be out. Like this is definitely a good show. Please don't forget to hit the notification, like, comment, share this video. Now, I want to say 2 parts on that. One, I'm actually, if this is the same video, those girls got arrested. You know what I mean? But on top of it, like how I said and everything, and the Jamaican dude said, like maybe I want to disagree with the licensing because that's another social engineering. But when you talk about the jeopardy of kids now, people could call me what they want to call me. I'm agreeing with that. Now, and I'm not saying everybody, but if you show some stupidity or what that, yeah, you might need some like license therapy and everything because like today is a new age of parents. You know what I mean? I've seen a bunch of videos. With people even going back to India. There was this little fat boy. He was smoking cigarettes back to back, cigarettes at the age of 3 and 7, and they literally had to he had to get all type of therapy. Now, in the medical aspect, and biological aspect, our body is not fully developed until we hit at least 18th. So these can be irreversible damages that you bringing on to these kids. Like, what influenced you to light a blunt with a 3-year-old? You know, it's sad because 20 years ago they was lighting that parents was smoking with their kids at 14. So now that 14 turned to 4, 3 months, 3 years, like. They killing the kids. They killing the kids. So, I mean, maybe it should be some type of, I say definitely major repercussions, but like Brother Haas said, we need more trainings to bring the parents, up to par with how we used to be 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you couldn't even curse at your mother. So if you giving your kids weed at the age of 4, you don't think that same kid might kill you, disrespect for you, run out, or find somebody else that got weed, rob for weed, and all that shit? But like he said, we dealing in a society that you can't even talk to these people like that's not good for your kid. They go, and they doing that new age shit like, and that ain't your kid. Worry about your own kid. They got the whole gay face. They got their eyes cocked. Some even as grown ass females today. That's where the influence come. 40-some-year-old female got their head cocked and lips twisted up like the young girls doing it. So it's the older generation now that want to be young. That's cool. Want to smoke weed with their kids at 16, and then old kids going to smoke with their kids at 10, and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? So it's an example of the parents, wanting to go to the club with them and wanting to be young and out here chasing 40 years old, trying to explain to somebody why they got a 22-year-old dude the same age of their son. That influence is fucked up, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's fucked up.
And John, you stating a lot of big facts, homie. On the way out, man, I know you got to dip out, but tell them where to find you, man. And also, you got a website, you got a book coming out.
Book coming out. Book coming out. It's actually still being.
I'm back, guys. I had to get me something to eat first. I had to fix me something to eat. Sorry.
Book coming out. Salt and Water for the Soul. That's coming out real soon. Right now, it should be actually finalized, and I'm actually doing audio version of that. Gonna be an ebook, audio version, and a hardcover. Salt and Water for the Soul. My site is halfway up, but if you need a reading, I give you a discount. Come to my site early before I release it and put it out there. JohnHardyNow.com. Fill out the applications, and I will spook you. Other than that,
what's the book about?
The book is about salt and water for the soul, where I break down the essence of true salt versus the essence of true water. Because one example is that the water we drinking right now got so much stuff in it. It got lead, it got arson, especially coming from the sink and stuff like that. So I name waters that's actually good, especially, no disrespect, especially for the Black community. So one example, I tell people, go get that water, Crystal Geyser from Dollar Tree. That water is actually better than Fiji. And then when we dealing with salt, you feel it, right? You feel a difference. It busts the acid in your stomach and everything. You go to the bathroom like you should.
It's like a 6 on a pH scale. Either a 6 or a 7 on a pH scale.
Okay.
Go ahead, John. Oh shit, John on that red wine.
What is it? JohnHardyNow.com?
John, you there, big homie? Did the red wine creep up on you? Virgo, you there? You still there? Look, you still there, big homie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Virgo, I appreciate you for coming through, man. I know you're trying to get a bite to eat. If you're gonna slide out, I do want to ask you one more question, Virgo. Is that possible?
I can stay in if you want.
Can I ask you one more question on the way out?
Yeah.
The next topic we were going to get into really quick is what deal with, as far as NBA YoungBoy, and then I really wanted to talk about sex doll brothels real quick. But I do want your opinion on this whole NBA YoungBoy situation. It came out that he has herpes. He admitted On the song, his mother also admitted, and his girlfriend also admitted that he has herpes. How do you feel about these rappers? They make a living off of selling their brand to women. Their whole brand is I'm selling. You know, these women want to be with these rappers. You know what I'm saying? In a sexual, intimate way. Do you feel like his brand is gonna completely crumble now after everyone knows he has herpes?
I mean, shit, Charlie Sheen has AIDS and his career's still booming. So I don't think anything will happen to him. I kind of do, but you know.
God damn. Panel, y'all thoughts on that? That's a great fucking point. Charlie Sheen does have fucking AIDS. Or was it HIV allegedly?
No, that shit might be full blown now.
Reginald, where you at on that?
With the whole AIDS thing, that's a whole nother topic though, so I won't really get into that. But I mean, as far as Charlie Sheen, I mean, dude got enough money to get rid of it. The man made over 100 million just off of 2.5 men. That ain't including all the other shit he did. Like, dude got enough to get well. Look at Magic Johnson. You know what I'm saying? They had a cure when they made it. You can believe that.
The problem that's weird. What's weird with the NBA YoungBoy shit is that he let the shit get like an outbreak, man. What he got money? Ain't he supposed to be taking medicine or some shit?
Right.
Like the shit is on his lips.
He ain't got no money like that. He probably ain't even got $1 million in the bank. Man, he
call shit to get some herpes, some cream and some shots and shit.
Yeah, but herpes,
healthcare.
It ain't no cure for herpes though. I mean, you could treat it, but it ain't no
control the outbreak.
Yeah, I mean, you could treat it. I mean, but you gotta look, man. These dudes that's in the industry, man, they, you know what I'm saying. You know how they get on with the sex thing, man. You know they fucking
all dogging chicks out here. People still do that.
Man,
Google booted me out. Look at
Usher. Usher on tour right now.
Okay. Let me finish. You can follow me at johnhardynow.com, Astro Life Enlightenment on YouTube and Facebook, facebook.com/King John 2020. I respect all you brothers. The conversation was deep. It was deep. Yadi. Hear me, Yadi. We're gonna link up, see?
Oh, hold up. It's Astro Life Enlightenment.
Yeah, Astro Life Enlightenment.
Okay, I'm gonna search for that right now.
Yeah, man. I gotta send you the link. We're gonna link up. See that?
I think it was Astro Enlightenment on YouTube. I think it was Astro Enlightenment. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
But go ahead, Hyde. Talk your shit.
No, I was just saying, man, my man's it's weird that I didn't know, because I don't get out much. I didn't know dudes were still raw dogging chicks like that in this day and time. You know? Especially something that ain't your main thing. You out here raw dogging side pieces?
You got to think a lot of these people drugged up, bro.
That's a fact.
Drugged out their mind, man.
Bad.
You know what was bad about that?
Go ahead.
If you got herpes, you might have AIDS.
Yeah, that's true.
Why you say that, man?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Fam, if you got one of these, that means you could have contracted something else.
Man, these dudes so drugged up, they don't even know they be messing with men half of the time, man. That's how drugged up they be. You know what I'm saying? And then these dudes get these, you know what I'm saying? They take these pictures with them and they get all this dirt on them and they keep it in a safe deposit box. You know what I'm saying? So when these dudes don't get ready to pay their taxes, man, you know what I'm saying? They got something to blackmail them off of, man. That's how it works, man.
Hold on. So if NBA got got herpes, that mean Kevin Gates got it too? Damn, I said that.
If they sharing blunts, he might.
First of all, this man,
like they sharing booties.
Yeah, that can happen then.
Admitted to eating booty, man. Like, come on, man, ain't no telling what he got, man.
They sharing booties.
If everybody that disappeared that comes back and accused of being a clone, they always come back with the goatee, and they never had a goatee before. I find that very ironic. Everybody that they say is a clone, they didn't wear a goatee before, but now they got a goatee. I find that very ironic. I just want to throw that.
If you look
I
at,
didn't notice that.
if you look at a lot of people that they claim to be like, listen, that's a hell of an argument. Like if you look at people they claim to be clones, like
Eminem,
if
Gucci Man,
you can
Kevin
see,
Gates.
go back to their old pictures, look at their new pictures. Like, let's take somebody like Gucci. Listen, dog. I've been in jail, man. No fucking way you getting that 6-pack from 3 years in jail. Get that shit out of here. That go back to Dollar Tree. Take that back to Walmart. You're not getting that. Not in jail. I don't care if you paid a professional person. You can't even get that in New York. You ain't got,
dude.
man. You ain't even got.
Hey, I'm from East Atlanta, man. When Gucci moved down here, he came down here when he was 7 years old. I went to elementary with him, junior high and high school, bro. Like the man had he has a speech impediment. There's no way you can go to you can have a speech impediment all your life and go to prison for 3 years and come out talking proper fucking English like that.
Wow.
Back in the days, we used to say people was thick boned or whatever. That sculpture he got now is not a thick boned person. Like if you look at Low T, you can see Low T is thick boned, and then all of a sudden Low T got my physique. Hold on.
You talking about me?
Yeah, you thick boned because you like. Now you know what? No. Not fat, thick boned. Like your muscle build is based off your bone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know.
See what I'm saying? But you just got that in you. So imagine you coming home with a 6-pack like him.
Oh wait, John. Are you trying to say Gucci Man is a clone?
Fuck yeah! I take that to war with anybody. Hell yeah. He couldn't even speak, first of all. And that articulate way he articulates shit or whatever. Listen. What people don't want to believe, it's like Brother Ha said, it's in your face. Because a lot of people, they know the public won't believe in this cloning shit, so they could play off of that shit. Now you talking a whole bunch of people that supposed to have got into car crashes. Eminem supposed to have died in the car crashes. Then they say his life got saved. Now his whole facial structure look different. If you look at Gucci, man, it's impossible to get that way back. And there's a lot of other people that you could just look at certain aspects, like even allegations from their family was saying they don't look the same and they disconnect from their family.
Hey, let me come in on this right quick. Hey, look, check this out, right? Let me ask you something. Look, Gucci Man had a wedding. He had a wedding on BET that was, 3 days long? It was a mini series. You know, the first 2 days was like the prep for the wedding. They was meeting with the families and all. You met everybody in his wife's family, but you did not see not one person from Gucci Man family. You seen Rick Ross there, French Montana, Jeezy. You seen all the little fake industry puppets, but you did not see it. And you can go back and look at all the Gucci Man interviews you want. This man always kept his mama with him. But he had a 3-day
Sometimes they have more than one clones. If that clone malfunction, let's look at the dude that just came home, Black. What's his name?
I don't know.
Black youngster.
Kodak Black. Let's look at Kodak Black. Look at when he hugged that white man. Look at when he hugged that white man. Point out his tattoos. Name one jail I got a tattoo removal procedure. Point out the tattoo when he came home. There was no tattoos on that man's face. Get that shit the fuck out of here.
And then another thing is Gucci got a video on YouTube where he wearing some pink shorts. He did 8 splits. He did 8 splits in a row on the fucking concrete. Now, if you don't believe it's on YouTube, it's on his Instagram, so it ain't no fucking Photoshop or none of that shit. And like I said, this man ain't never been able to grow no fucking facial hair. I've been knowing this man since fucking 3rd grade. This man ain't never been able to grow no fucking facial hair. And here you go, you do 3 years in fucking prison, and you get out here with fucking facial hair. And back to Eminem. Eminem was a dude that never did. I mean, never did interview. Now today, you can't get this nigga out from in front of a fucking camera. This nigga all where I'm like, what the fuck?
We are talking about
the cloning process, but allegedly they say like once you become a certain status, they're already cloning you. So a lot of people that went to jail and did time, You know what I mean? I used to always joke. I be like, that nigga Gucci probably still in jail. But allegedly, that's the brother. Look, there's people that end up in jail and come home different or end up in the hospital. You know, they said this dude died. Rick Ross died, right, in the hospital. And now he's not dead. And look at Rick Ross. Do that look like the same Rick Ross? That's
Hell
Yeah,
no.
but hold up. But why? I'm not doubting that they clone people, but I've always asked myself like, what's the purpose
Why?
of cloning people?
Right.
the
What's
reason,
the
the reason,
purpose? What's
okay,
the
I'm
purpose
gonna
when you
break it
got?
down. I'm
But
gonna
real
break it
quick,
down.
real quick. When
Yeah.
you got the Rockefellers, when you got motherfucking what's his name? What's his fucking name? Brad
Because,
Pitt. When you got Angelina Jolie's, when you got
let me,
fucking Drake's.
because,
What's the well, not Drake, but I'm
because,
saying like what's the point of cloning Gucci Man?
Because
because,
he's an influence on the music. So if they could get rid of him and bring somebody in his image to do the same thing, we don't even know how many of those white people you names are cloned. This nigga, one of the
brother,
Dick Cheney has
But
so
here's the
many
thing, though.
goddamn
But here's the
Hello, wait. Dick
he,
Cheney has so many heart replacements. You know what I mean? So we don't even know how many white people. But like, if you got an influence, right? Because the name of the game is who's the most influential
That's the
rapper.
fact.
When they influence
exactly.
you
I
to
don't
do
have to
things.
control. I don't have to control a million people. All I have to do is control that one person that influenced a million people,
That's a
and
But
that's
fact.
the
here's the thing,
Ah,
though.
That's a
Here's where I think that argument is kind of flawed, though. I mean, I do in some aspects, I do kind of believe that the industry do clone people. But why the hell they would clone Gucci Man when he is just a street dude from from
No, no.
Atlanta? He
Okay, I'm
from
gonna break. Hold on. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna
okay. So
break
let
it
me
down. Hold
ask
on.
you
I got.
this. Let
Hold
me
on. Hold on.
ask
I
you
got.
this.
Hold on. Wait. No. Let's answer it. Let's not give him answers. Look. He's one of the most influential street rapper. So they need street rappers. So they can't get rid of Gucci because so many people respect like his street credibility of shooting and killing and all this and that. So if we make him over, to be this elegant, articulate person with
Wearing
a
a dress,
six pack,
wearing a dress,
with a
wearing a
six
dress.
you know what I mean? Now he wearing the dresses. Gucci never drunk. You know what I mean? So even people in the industry, when he first came out, was suspect of. He don't even hang with his old squad. Like the brother said, he wasn't even with his family during the wedding. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter, if you can get somebody like that, because the industry want negative people to talk about rap drugs, Gucci is on that one of the top people, especially when he killed that dude or whatever the case may be, going to war with Jeezy and all this other shit or whatever.
Allegedly.
No, that was in the news. No, that was in the news. It was
You admit it.
self-defense. It was
I'm just trying to
self-defense.
have a
Hold,
battle
hold,
after this
wait.
shit.
No,
I mean,
wait.
Jeezy,
Hold on,
Jeezy,
wait. It was self-defense. It was on the
yeah.
news. They had the video. That was self-defense. He killed that dude. They went in there and killed him. And allegedly, Jesus paid
Jeezy,
His
allegedly.
name is Pookie Loc.
Jeezy
That's
sent
the
out the
dude that he
goons.
killed.
Jeezy sent out the
Pookie Loc.
goons
Right, he
on.
paid 10 racks for
Yeah.
somebody to go get his chain or
God
whatever. But
damn.
okay, that's allegedly. But right, the fact of the matter is that he killed the person and got off on self-defense. Now, when he did went to jail or whatever the case may be, he came out. Listen, it's no God, you could send somebody to a Harvard private school to speak and do sit-ups. Nobody coming out of there like that. That's literally is if like the brother said, it's in your face. That's impossible. Like me
Dude,
personally.
yeah, because I mean everybody know who Shannon Sharp is. Shannon Sharp has a speech impediment, the same speech impediment Gucci Man used to have. But this dude can come. He like in a woman's eyes, he went from being ugh, he ugly to damn, he fine. Like, how do your head go from being circle to square? Your head cannot go from being circle to square.
well,
That
that's
is
true.
fucking impossible,
You
bro.
have a point.
That is fucking impossible, bro. And then no, but check this out though. But check this out. Check this out. Let me tell you why they give these guys facial hair. Because the facial hair hides the bone structure. That's why they give them. That's why Eminem keep that damn hoodie on his head like that. You know what
And
I'm
then,
saying?
no.
That's
You
like,
know another thing you can see? I used to always say this. You know what I used to say? You can always identify, like he said, the head shape is one thing. So they be screwing up with the clones. But look. Here's another thing. Check that when I used to watch Jerry Springer, Steve Wilco, and they be like, you are not the father and all this and that. You know, the first thing I look at, the fucking ears and the eyebrows. That tells a whole story. This new man ears and eyebrows don't match the new ears and eyebrows. Even Kodak Black eyebrow is missing at the end now all of a sudden.
High reacts. We call you to the mic. Where you at?
I mean,
go ahead, Virgo. Go ahead, Virgo.
I mean, I kind of see the argument, but I don't know, man. And now with Kanye West, I can see that being a possibility because he's been acting kind of weird, strange, you know, and acting strange and stuff, especially with the whole breakdown in 2016. He had that breakdown in 2016 in November in his concert. And then when he had that breakdown, he went into the hospital. And then when he came out, he kind of like was quiet, calm. His hair was blonde and stuff.
He had the blonde hair. They said that's a kind of a metaphor for like brainwashing.
And then if you
I don't understand.
Gucci man, I don't know, man. I just
don't understand why. I don't understand why cloning is hard.
When Gucci first came home, right? He was missing an ice cream tattoo. Okay, first of all. Second of all, look at his teeth. You can see those are not real teeth. They look brand new. Look at his old teeth and his new teeth. They look brand new. And like the brother said, look at the head shape. Look at the
how can your lips go from being black to pink? They don't do it. Goes from pink to black. Your lips cannot go.
But hold on. Because I've heard so many celebrity clone philosophies and theories and stuff like that, and every time I listen to them, there's always an error. So is it that these guys are incompetent who's cloning these people?
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said. Hold on, wait. Hold on, let me say that. That's what I said. If you notice, they have extra clones. So when Gucci first came out, he was missing an ice cream tattoo. That nigga, they replaced him. And then when Kodak Black came, he was missing all his tattoos. They replaced them. So yeah, you can't make what God made perfected. So it's always going to be things you can see down to the eyebrows, the shape of the forehead, the neck. Even Gucci Man tattoo that under his neck is different from some people say because his neck is fatter and your neck don't get smaller.
Yo, let me say something right quick, man, because this gonna kill.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say something real quick.
This gonna kill everything, man. I know it's kind of hard for people to believe that, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't really fathom it, but when you look on TV and you literally see a white billionaire, the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers and the owner of the New England Patriots. We talking about two people that openly, they didn't hide it. They openly in public let people know we voted for Trump and yes, we support Trump. When you got two white old billionaires that go, you know, that sit and kick it with Gucci Man and Meek Mills on a fucking private jet, you got a fucking problem. If y'all can't see that, man, you got to be the fucking blind.
Let me ask you this question, Reginald. Why the fuck is Robert Kraft hanging out with Meek Mill? Why?
Okay, he just broke that down. He told you.
Hold on. I want to hear Reginald. I'm gonna say
that real quick.
I want to hear Reginald, John.
Meek is a clone.
All right, Reginald.
Oh shit, you ready?
I'm gonna hear
My man in New York, he know exactly what he's talking about, bro. Trust me.
Reginald, why is Robert Kraft hanging out or giving a fuck? He's a billionaire, correct me if I'm wrong. Why does he give a fuck about Meek Mill from Philly?
Because Meek Mill is about to go on this campaign and he's about to start talking about how we should accept homosexual people because they're regular people just like us. He about to start doing a whole lot of bullshit that the other people in the so-called industry doing.
So you saying Meek Mill is on the cusp of promoting a certain agenda?
Yes.
Man, man, you really think two white billionaires give a fuck about me? I mean, this ain't Jay-Z. This ain't Kanye. We talking about fucking Meek Mill and Gucci. Like, come on, really, man? Robert Kraft, somebody that openly supports Trump, somebody that won't let people on their team kneel for the anthem, but you want to kick it with Gucci, and y'all think this shit is where I just don't see why Gucci. Like, I mean, bro, if y'all that blind, bro. I mean, I can't give you the answer on why they did it, bro. But if your light bulb ain't going on in your head,
let me say this. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Wait, let's go deeper than that.
Hold on, John. Let me say this one more thing to Reginald. I'm gonna leave it alone. So it can't be a situation where Robert Kraft, as a white man, cannot be empathetic or sympathetic to Meek Mill as a black man for his story, for his.
okay.
And I was going to say too.
Let me answer that. If Robert Kraft wanted to be sympathetic, Robert Kraft would have gave Kaepernick a job. If he wanted to be sympathetic, so he didn't have to leave. He didn't even have to leave his glass house and come into the hip glass house to look out or feed a black agenda. He could have did it right there in his own fucking box by giving Kaepernick a job, or even just speaking up for him. He didn't even have to fucking give him a job. He could have just said, you know what, Cap ain't did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? First of all, Cap wasn't even kneeling. He was sitting on a bench and nobody noticed until a white, respected military veteran said, if you really want to protest, it'll be good and respectful if you just take a knee rather than sit. So that's why he started taking a knee. And when he took the knee, that's when people started paying it attention. But nobody ever criticized that white, respected NFL military veteran that told him to take a knee. Because at first he was just sitting down. So for Robert Kraft, no. If Robert Kraft wanted to be genuine, he would have gave fucking Kaepernick a job. Like,
here's another thing. How to listen? This is deep because I never heard of this in my life. How the hell? Old Meek, no, wait. The old Meek with the dog, right? He had the whole world against him, prosecutor and everybody. Now he come home. He got billionaires in his corner. He got the prosecutor on his side. He got the He got the city. The people in politics. What street rapper?
Well, why can't it be a situation? Meek Mill is hot. The man was hot. Why can't it be a situation where Meek Mill is hot?
The man was on fucking CNN. I want to say this though. Kidding me? The man was on CNN. When the man got out of jail, he didn't even go home to hug his mama. He came out in his jail clothes and got on a fucking plane, went to the arena and took a fucking shower at the arena, dude. If y'all don't see the suspect shit in that, like, come on. And Gucci was already there waiting on him.
Oh, and I was gonna say this too. I mean, somebody brought this earlier about the person's tattoos changing and stuff, and them changing their hairs and stuff. It's like, why can't they act? Why can't they be different? You know, why can't they just change? You know?
Okay, I said that. Listen, he was in jail. Wait. He was in jail, good brother. You ever been in jail? Who removed tattoos in jails? People get tattoos in jails. Ain't no system to remove. You can't remove tattoo removal. Ain't no tattoo removal service in jail. How you go to jail and come home with no tattoos? You can't remove tattoos in jail. Matter of fact, they will make sure you keep that tattoo on, and so they can label you a gang, or whenever they want to identify your nut ass for getting the tattoo, they mark that in the system as what tattoos you got on your body. You can't remove a tattoo in jail. Removing a tattoo out here, yeah, not in jail.
See all these people, and then my thing about that, you see how they had Meek Mills on CNN talking about prison reform. What the fuck do Meek Mills know about prison? If you want to talk prison reform, listen to this. If you want to talk prison reform on CNN, then you go get you a black politician, or you go get you some of these black leaders out this neighborhood. Don't you like the
got a street rapper for this?
Yeah. And then they bring fucking 2 Chainz on. They bring 2 Chainz on to debate the Nancy lady, and then they bring T.I. on to debate some other cracker. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see the irony on
good brother. Did you see that? Did you see that commercial with T.I. saying to snitch on?
T.I. is a snitch. T.I. did that. T.I. got 7 felonies on his record. The man, 2004, the man did 11 months for crack possession. That was his 6th felony. When he got caught with the guns, that was the 7th felony. He got caught with silencers and beamers, and beams on there. The beams alone carry 20 years. We're not even talking about the 6 guns he got caught with. Just the beams alone and the silencers bring you 20 years. This man,
Reginald.
Months, bro. This man did 11 months, bro.
Reginald, are you saying 20 years in his state or is it different by state?
No, 20 years in Georgia. He was in the state of Georgia. I'm in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta. So I know the law. You can carry guns, but if you're a felon, you cannot. And just having a silencer, you can't even buy silencers. Police can't buy silencers.
That's 7 years alone.
Yeah. The man got caught with, and he did 11 months.
I was gonna say this though.
And then the first thing he do when he get out, is get on TV and say, if you see any crime happening in your neighborhood, don't be afraid to call the police. You can remain anonymous. Call 1-800-TIP. That's exactly how it is. Call 1-800-TIP.
That's what
He probably did that so he wouldn't go back to jail.
All these, and then he probably wasn't even in prison. They just told you he was in prison.
Hop up in there, Kevin Kelly. Hop up in there, Kevin Kelly.
But see, don't believe none of these industry dudes because all of them fake, bro. All of them got an agenda. They all controlled by the same people. The same people names are on their fucking paycheck.
Hey,
let Kevin you. Go ahead, John.
Let Kevin Kelly hop up in there real quick.
Oh, I was gonna ask Regina a question. Regina a question.
Reginald.
Oh, damn.
Reginald. I was gonna ask you a question. Since you brought up the whole clone situation, you know what that reminds me of? The movie Get Out. I don't want to spoil it because I know Low Key has not seen it.
You say that I brought up
spoil it? I don't give a damn about that movie.
Ahead, bro. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, when you brought up cloning, man, when you brought it up, bro. When I thought about cloning, I thought about the movie Get Out, bro. I thought about Kanye, man.
And see, you have to because I don't really want to literally say it's cloning because some people may be cloned and some people might just be up under mind control, bro. There's no way you can have all these videos on all these celebrities that, you know what I'm saying, have these malfunctions in front of the camera or whatever.
Yeah.
See, like, I mean, it's all fake, bro. If y'all seen the Truman Show, y'all know exactly what I'm talking. None of this shit is real, bro. Half of these,
because you know, like,
they ain't even married, bro. Half of these celebrities don't even live in the same fucking house, but they tell us they married. All that shit is fake, man. That shit is not.
You know, like with movies, man. They always say in movies, man, when they show stuff, man, don't think it's fiction, man. It can't be true.
Bro. It's real, bro. Because look at it like this, man. All these Hollywood producers and directors, you know, they in the circle, so they know a lot of secrets. And if you know a lot of secrets, you know what I'm saying? Like if you know a lot of shit that other people don't know, eventually over time, you want to get that out of you want to tell somebody, but they can't. The only way that they could tell people is they put it in their movies. You see what I'm saying? And you got to read between the lines. So that's what they do, man. You think people just literally sit back and fucking write these movies, The Matrix, fucking The Truman Show? Like, you think people literally just sit back and think of that shit out the fucking side of their head?
I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this and I'm gonna be out. Look, just like I broke down. Remember, low key, how I broke down The Purge. Yeah. That purge is real. It's really happening. So
that's happening now.
They did it in Staten Island. Since they put that out there, the crime rate went up. So just like he said, and I said before, some of the movies like Get Out is portraying reality. So they put it in your face. Some of these movies back in the day, they used to have actors playing crackheads, but they was crackheads before because they need that character. They had a lot of these black actors wearing dresses and rain fucking niggas in the butt in jail. This shit was because they really on that shit. Even back in the days, like when they used to have sex scenes in certain movies, they really was having sex. Tupac and Janet Jackson, certain scenes, a lot of movies, Will Smith in that 6 Degrees of Separation, he was butt-ass naked with a nigga. Butt-ass naked.
And you know the sad part. You know the sad part about that. I seen Will Smith interview, and he said Will Smith said the director told him, you know, you can really kiss him, or we can invisibly expose it through the computer. And Will Smith said, you know, he wanted the movie to be realistic, therefore he chose to kiss the man. You see what I'm saying?
All right, peace, everybody. Yo, I love this.
Before you dip out, tell them where to find you, tell them about your site, all that.
All right, John Hardy. I'm at johnhardynow.com. That's my website for Astro readers. Discount on anybody who wants before the website get released. And Astro Space Enlightenment on YouTube. I got some videos back in there, motivational videos back from January, and my book coming out soon, Salt and Water for the Soul. Yadi, link up, Naman.
Bless up, bless up.
All right, I'm back.
Now, real quick, family, I do want to hop into the next topic. I want to talk to y'all because y'all are the experts on the panel. I want to talk about sex doll brothels. Sex doll brothels. There was one on its way to Toronto. It was supposed to open this upcoming week, but it was shut down. The manager or the owner or whatever, the lease was cut. So they were not able to open the sex doll brothel. It was actually called Aura Dolls. Okay, it was going to be a 24-hour full service sex doll brothel. My question to y'all, fam, and it really goes into also transhumanism as far as us, AI and all of that shit. My question to y'all is, fam, can anybody on this panel see themselves having sex with a fucking plastic prostitute?
Oh,
Go ahead,
hell
Virgo.
no. Hell no.
Go ahead, Virgo.
Hell no.
Oh, and by the way, they charge between $60 and $700 for up to they do hourly rates. I want to ask y'all, can you see yourself having sex with a plastic prostitute? And can you imagine a world? Can you imagine a world like on some for real shit? Can you imagine living in a world where that type of behavior is actually taking place? Go ahead, Virgo.
I mean, that's going to happen in the future, man. Robots, man, is going to be a thing in the future, man. Now, it may not happen in our lifetime, but in the next 1,000 years, yeah, man, it's going to happen. I'm sorry to say it's going to happen.
How you feel about that, Kevin Kelly?
Well, I don't see myself doing it, but I know a lot of guys will be doing it. We have a lot of weirdos out here, so a lot of guys will be doing it, and I don't knock anybody for doing it. To each his own, but that's not for me. I still have some skills to get some real pussy, so I have faith in that.
Real quick, Clevin, I consider you a master when it comes to breaking down these chicks out here and their behaviors. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm a really big fan of your channel. But my question to you is there's a lot of hassle that comes with these immature women out here. I feel like immature women outnumber mature women. I feel like thoughts outnumber queens. I'll be honest with you. It might be a situation where it's like, I want to cut my losses. I'm tired of dealing with drama. I don't want the stress. Let me go post up with this plastic pussy around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Can you I mean, am I, you know what I mean? Can we be honest here? Is it do you see a situation where it's like, shit, let me go fuck this virtual, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot going on out here with women.
Well, I still don't see myself doing that yet, to be honest. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna do it. It is hard dealing with women out here. Don't get me wrong. It's a fucking pain. But my mind has not gotten accustomed to this new world of fucking plastic yet. You know? Yeah. So I think it's gonna have to take some time for it to get normalized like they do with homosexuality. So right now, presently, I'm not fucking with that shit.
And you know what? Going on, Reginald, my question to you is, bro, have you ever seen that movie Ex Machina, where the AI were inside the females or whatever, the silicone females? Have you ever seen that movie?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh, you never saw that movie Ex Machina?
Nah, I never saw that one.
Oh, Virgo or Kevin, have y'all ever seen that movie Ex Machina?
Ex Machina? No, nah.
Damn, y'all never seen that movie? Well, pretty much, long story short, it was a movie about scientists, I guess I'll call him, and he was putting AI in females, but also in a lot of other things. But all the assistants he had in his lab were AI, but they looked and everything about them responded and acted like real women. You know what I'm saying? So my question was going to be to Reginald, because you see yourself in a situation where you're cutting your losses with an artificial intelligence woman, Reginald.
It's not real. It sounds more like a train. It sounds more like a trainee to me because it's not real because we in this microwave age. You know what I'm saying? We want everything fast.
But let
You know
me
what I'm
stop you
saying?
right there. Let me stop you right there. Is anything real right now, including females right now? Is anything real on a majority level right now in this realm we live in?
On a collective level,
Yes.
I think it's like half and half right now, but it's about to descend in a minute. I think it's still half and half. You know what I'm saying? But what they put in front of us as far as, social media, TV, radio, or whatever, they always put the fake up in there. You know what I'm saying? They only gonna show us the fake boobs and, you know what I'm saying, the women with the ass shots and, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in Atlanta, man. So you still got plenty natural women down here, man. But you still, and then again, you still got a lot of fake ones. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, man, we in this microwave world, man. So, women's getting ass shot. You know what I'm saying? They got on eyelashes, weave. But then when, you wake up the next morning, they look totally different than what they looked like before you went to sleep. And you like, you know what I'm saying? Damn, like, some of these girls Instagram, man. You know what I'm saying? They wait till they get their hair fixed and they put on their best outfit and then they take the pictures.
You
And
got females out here, Reginald, taking pride in looking the same in real life as they do on Instagram. What the fuck does that? Where have we come? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got bitches out here really saying, I look the same as I do on Instagram. What are you supposed to? You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
The reason why they say that because out there, they know it's other women out there that's fraud that don't look nothing like they look on, and I don't met plenty of them like that. It's called the 50-yard fake. You know what I'm saying? They may get their hair fixed once a month, and when they get their hair fixed, they're gonna come home, stand in the mirror, take pictures, and post it on their social media. But in reality, they don't look like that every day. That's not how you carry yourself every day. It was just the first of the month or whatever, and you got your check, and you got your. You went in the mirror and started taking pictures, but on a daily basis, you do not look nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I mean, like I say, man, you got a lot of good women out there still, man. You got a lot. I mean, because I meet them. I meet them all the time because I go to a lot of conscious lectures. So you still got a lot of good natural women out there, man. It's just for the most part, what they show on the media, they gonna do the women just like they do us. They only gonna show you the bad brother. They're not gonna show you the good brother that, you know what I'm saying, that got the good head on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? They only gonna show you the nigga that wanna be a rapper and you know what I'm saying? The nigga that's saying he got, he better than the next man because he went to prison or shit like that. They not gonna, and that goes back to my point, like I was saying, whenever they put these black guys on a white media panel, it's gonna always be a fucking rapper that don't know shit about what he talking about. They ain't gonna never go get no educated black man and sit next to him and let, you know what I'm saying, and debate him. Just like the Tommy Soul guy. He finally brought a black woman and debated him. But guess who the black woman was? What's the black comedian with the low haircut, with the blonde hair, the old lady that always talks drunk? Lavelle, whatever her name. That's the one brought on this show to fucking do a debate. When he could have went and got Dr. DeGru. You know what I'm saying? He could have even went and got Zaza Ali. But he'll rather bring somebody up there that's gonna make black women look stupid. The same thing CNN and Fox and CNSCB, whatever the name of it. That's what they do, man. They bring these ignorant people on the panel to see. You see, we tried to have a decent conversation, but you know what I'm saying? They can't hang. So that's their whole excuse on why they can shoot black people and get away with it. I mean, and you can look at the news for that instance. Like today on the Atlanta news, the headline was we got a Dragon Fest coming. It's like a Star Wars shit. That was the headline for the news. It's this handicapped boy. He in special ed, 10 years old. Every day when he get off the school bus, he takes the trash out for the old lady that lives next door to him. That was on the news. And, they had a murder in a black neighborhood. That was on the news. My point being, This is supposed to be the news. This is where we get our information from, but this is what you want to show us every day. When y'all literally passed about 13 laws today, why wasn't that on the news? Y'all spent probably over $100,000 of taxpayers' money. Why wasn't that on the news? See what I'm saying? You probably got jobs that's hiring in a certain area. Why wasn't that on the news? So, you know what I'm saying? When you into the mainstream media like that, you got to be careful, because I look at it, but I don't look at it for factual information. I look at it to stay one step ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's not real news. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll never put a new law on the news. You have to fucking go to the law library to see what new law they passed. But they won't put it on the news. They'll rather show you a Star Wars fest that's coming to your city. You see what I'm saying? But they think that's newsworthy. See what I'm saying? That's why I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I look at it, but I look at it to only stay one step ahead of them. I don't look at it for factual information, because I know it's nothing factual about it. Just like the whole white people calling cops on people. That shit is fake, man. Come on, man. You really think white people just calling the police on black people like that? I mean, which they would, but you would have to be, standing in front of their apartment bed. But kids mowing lawn, kids selling water, and y'all calling the cops on them, and black people believe it. And you got all these black YouTube personalities that literally post this shit every 15 minutes. Oh, another white lady, another white Becky called the police on black people. Bobby, man, I'm like, dude, you feed me right into it, because you know this shit is fake. So what? Like, the shit is fake, dude. Man, these white people are fucking calling the cops on people like that. That shit is fucking fake. They wouldn't even send a cop out there for shit like that. You got white people in fucking business trucks with numbers on the side and logos pulling up on black people yelling racial slurs. You know what I'm saying? But when you dial the number that's on the vehicle, the number not in service. Well, damn, how is he driving a company vehicle like that? You know what I'm saying? See, a lot of people won't do that. They look at these videos and be like, oh, wow, that's another white man calling this lady racist. Call the fucking number on this van. You know, you got a phone, call it. But the shit ain't even real. You really think a man will pull up on the side of a lady in his company van with the logo and the phone number on it, and she's sitting there recording him, and he's steady calling her nigger and all this, talking about what he'll do. And people really believe that. He in a company van, and I actually called the number on the shit. The shit is out of service. It's not even a real number. See, so that shows you the shit was fake. See, but we so lazy, we won't even do our research. We like for the mainstream to think for us. And if you don't think for yourself, they will think for you. And that's a fact.
Well, shit, now that you bring that up, I'll be honest with y'all. I ask everyone that comes onto the panel. I ask everyone when I have an opportunity to. And I want to ask all three of you definitely before I leave. My question to y'all is, and I want to start off with Virgo. I'm going to go straight down the line. Virgo, Kevin Kelly, and then Reginald. Virgo, I want to ask all of y'all, why do y'all wake up in the morning and tell the truth? Why do you, and I'm not sure if I asked you, Virgo, but even if I did, I want to hear your answer again. Why do you wake up in the morning, you log on to, fuck YouTube, you log on to Life and you tell the truth? Go ahead, Virgo.
I don't know, man. I just feel like, I just have to speak my mind. It's just a lot of bullshit that's going on in the world. You get very depressed, man, and you just speak on it, man, because, it just feels like, it needs to be told, because there's so much lies and deception. And, you just have to speak on it because it's a lot of bullshit nowadays, and truth shall come out. But, no matter how you tell the truth, man, people just gonna stay asleep, man. They're just gonna stay brainwashed.
And I do want to follow up. How do people treat you when you tell them the truth?
They just brush it off like I'm crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm one of these conspiracy theorists. I've even lost a few friends due to speaking truth. I even lost a few friends that deleted me on Facebook because they couldn't handle it. I've had some people call me a conspiracist. Some people call me a racist. Even some white people call me a racist. But I don't really care. I don't let that bother me. But yeah, I've lost a lot of friends, just for telling the truth. So, but that's that's how the world is.
That's a fact. Hopping up into Kevin Kelly. How do you get the motivation brother, to wake up every morning and tell the truth, knowing that people, they're not gonna understand where you're coming from?
Well, the thing is, for me, I have a low tolerance for bullshit. I don't like bullshit, right? My close friends, my family members will tell you I have a very, very short fuse for nonsense. And I just like speaking from the heart. I speak with passion, and I'm gonna tell you as it is. I just can't help it. I don't know what to say. It's innately in me to just say what needs to be said, to challenge things. I don't even think about it twice. It's not even like a switch I can turn on or turn off. So that's the best way I can explain it.
If I go to Jamaica, is everyone gonna give me the game how you do?
No, no. We have a lot of idiots living in Jamaica. It's not everybody in Jamaica is smart, right? It's just like here. You have bozos, you have weirdos, you have idiots, and you have smart people. It's the same thing in Jamaica. But the thing is, in Jamaica, it's like you're either smart or you're an idiot. In America, it's kind of different. You have smart people, you have some people with some sense in the middle, then you have some idiots. So, no, it's not going to be the same in Jamaica.
Before we start up out of here, I want to know, Kevin Kelly, what influenced you or made you want to create a YouTube channel? You have a following behind you, they support you, you got an army behind you. What made you, motivated to hop up on YouTube and put your own creative content out there?
Well, at first I was just one of the guys who watch YouTube and listen to what's out there. But um, I used to listen to certain people like Tommy Sotomayor, Christopher Smith, League of Dads, and some other people, David Carroll. And while I agreed with a lot of things they said, I disagreed with some points, and they weren't getting challenged. And I just thought that somebody need to come out and speak the other side of certain things. And that's when I made my first video, just challenging something that one of these guys, you know, got wrong or something.
That's a fact, man. Like I said, I've been following you for a minute, man, and I really respect and appreciate your channel, sir.
Appreciate it.
Reginald, I'm not sure if you make content on YouTube, but if you don't, I hope you start soon.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate you for rocking
For
with
real.
us, Reginald.
For real.
Yeah, I don't make videos. I just share everybody else's videos.
But what inspires you to wake up? Last but not least, what inspires you to wake up and tell the truth? Fuck your truth, the truth. What
Uh,
inspires you?
I mean, man, when I was young, man, I used to always ask questions, man. Like I used to always ask questions, even when I was in school. But my mom and dad, they could never answer the questions that I asked. So they was
Mm,
just telling me, be quiet, stop asking stupid questions. You know what I'm saying? You know, like
fact.
when the kids don't have to act, the answers a lot of times is stop asking stupid questions. But I had a teacher that told me one day, there's no such thing as a stupid question. So I never stopped asking questions, man. And that's how I live my life, man. I don't let nobody tell me nothing and I just run with it. I analyze everything. I don't care who it came from. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna analyze it, I'm gonna look at it from both sides. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna make my judgment. But, you know, as far as me, what motivates me to do it, man, is I don't know, man. I just, I feel a whole lot better and peaceful that I know the things that I know. And I know a lot of people may say, well, just because you know it, you know what I'm saying? What difference does that make you still stuck down here with the rest of us? Okay, that may be true. We all may be in the matrix or whatever you want to call it, this system or whatever. But as long as you know how to maneuver through it,
Mm.
then you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much just bracing yourself for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could brace yourself for somebody that's about to hit you. You know what I'm saying? Even though you know you can't stop them from hitting you, you're gonna eventually get hit. but I can make sure it's not a deadly hit that's gonna kill me. So I'm gonna brace myself for it. See what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, man. And I don't really like to talk about it. I like to be action with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my old lady, you know what I'm saying? We volunteer at this Boys and Girls Club. So we don't have no kids. So I like being around kids because a lot of older people, you just can't get through to them, which is why the system or the Illuminati, the source, whatever y'all want to call it, that's why their main focus is
It's the
always,
kid.
see what I'm saying? Because old people are already stuck in their ways.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to let them be. But if you can get the kids, because the kids are the future.
Yup.
They're the ones that's gonna be pulling the strings in the future. So if I can just get them, then you know what I'm saying. And we also part of the Jose go out and you know what I'm saying. We feed the homeless. We go around the uh, foster homes and we give clothes to teenagers. You know, we don't really have clothes for the little kids, but we give nice clothes to the teenagers. Some of it is new, some of it is not new. But we give us, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to see no kid picked on. Even though I always teach them that it's not about the shoes that you got on, because having on a pair of Nikes or having on a pair of Jordan, it don't make you no better or no worse than the other person. But I
That's a
do
fucking fact.
I do understand that it's 2018, and if he goes to school with a pair of Payless shoes, I do understand he gonna be subject to bullying or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we give him nice shoes, but we let him know this is not what's making you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't value this shit because it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got an old lady, but when I was single, man, I used to be on these websites, you know what I'm saying? These dating websites. And I'm saying 30-year-old and 40-year-old women that got, you know what I'm saying? They taking the booty picture of them bending over, you know what I'm saying? They have on clothes or whatever, but it's just still like you bent over, like,
And you know what's so crazy? I don't mean to interrupt you, but
oh,
Kevin Kelly, a great content creator, he was talking about online dating. I think he came out with a video today. Was it today, Kevin Kelly?
Online dating? No, it was 2 days ago,
2
Friday.
days ago. But I saw that video and I felt everything you were saying, man.
and you know what that goes back to? The microwave world. We want everything fast rather than just going out there meeting, you know what I'm saying, face to face. You know what I'm saying? We want everything fast, man. But you know what I'm saying? I just like building with people, man. Because down here in Atlanta, man, it's a lot of people that's down here putting in work for the community that don't get recognized. Like this is the Black Mecca, man. Like if you want to start starting a business or whatever, man, like you can start a. Man, you want to sell popsicles, man. You could do that in Atlanta. Like you could literally start any small business that you like. Atlanta is the place to get a small business jumping. Like you can do things here that you couldn't do nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of black people. You got a lot of black dollars down here. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean it's getting generated the right way, but it is a lot of black dollars down here. So I mean, we just we try to do what we can, man. We know we can't save the world, but you know what I'm saying? As long as we can show one person, you know what I'm saying, you do what we doing. If that one person can do what we doing, then I'm fine. Cause I'm pretty sure later on down the line, he's gonna find somebody else that he's gonna get to do what he doing. So that'll be two people I got, you know what I'm saying? Whether I met the guy or not, you know what I'm saying? As
That's a
long as I
fact.
change the guy that changed him. So I just try to keep it pushing like that, man. And I'm not religious or you know what I'm saying. I don't do religion or none of that, but I'm still willing to build with anybody that's religion because I build with people that are Christians, Muslim, or whatever. And I don't even do the whole religion thing. And that's our problem as black people. Like we feel like if this okay, I don't do religion. This person is Christian or I'm Muslim and they whatever. So you know what I'm saying? We can't build with them. And that's not how it should be because Jews, Asians, you got white people that's different religion, but they all, at the end of the day, they all come to the table together when it's about them, when it's about their race. You see what I'm saying? But we like the only ones that can't do that. We like to sit and debate about history, about something that can't change nothing today. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand because I learned about ancient Kemet and you know what I'm saying, all of that. So I don't knock nobody for wanting to learn it. You know what I'm saying? Because you should learn it. But as far as using the platform that you have just to sit and debate this shit when you literally got, you know what I'm saying, black people that ain't got places to live. You got kids that's being molested and still got to go home to that house every day where they being molested by a family member. And you know what I'm saying? So it's too much going on to be sitting here debating who is the Hebrew Israelites, because ain't none of that gonna stop police from shooting you. Ain't none of that gonna stop that grown. Ain't none of that gonna stop that grown man from
That's true.
sticking his finger
That's
in
so
that little girl. Sitting here debating about flat Earth when ain't nobody went to the North Pole because you ain't even really left your city.
That is true.
damn.
That is
How can
facts.
you tell somebody
Yeah.
about what's going on in the North Pole?
Marco.
You ain't never left the United States, but you telling somebody about what's at the North Pole and what goes on at the North Pole.
Reginald, you know too much, man. You know too
No, I don't
dangerous.
know nothing,
You
bro. I don't know
dangerous.
nothing, bro. I don't know, man. Let me tell you something, man. I feel like I got so much to learn, bro. I try to overflood my mind with this stuff. Like a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, whether it be one of your videos or Black Dot videos or you
Black
know what I'm
Dot is
saying,
amazing. I fuck with Black Dot.
Francis Wells. Like I'll just put one of the videos on when I go to sleep and leave my phone by my head because I know what the subconscious could do. So I try to use it to my advantage. You see what I'm saying? Because if you go TV on, you could literally dream about what's on the TV at that time. So even when I'm asleep, I try to still let this, flood my mind with information. So I just put my phone on and leave it, you know what I'm saying? So I be sleep, but I'm still getting information. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact. And now, real quick, family, I do also ask this question to everyone I bring on my panel. I'm gonna go to Kevin Kelly, and I'm gonna go to Virgo, and I'm gonna go to Reginald, and I'm gonna let y'all slide out. I feel like I'm kidnapping y'all right now. I know y'all busy kings out here, but I do want to ask you, Kevin Kelly, what's your definition of a queen, and what's your definition of a king? We use those words on my channel a lot, but I want to make sure that I'm using these words in the proper context. Kevin Kelly, what's your definition of a queen and then a king?
I never really thought about it, but if I should define it on the surface, uh, a king is one who rules his world, not the world at large, but his world around him, who is responsible, who's dominant, and who leads people in the right direction. He's a leader. Um, a queen, in that sense, would be a female who's attached to a king, but she allows him to lead. She looks for his leadership. She respects him. Likewise, he respects her. And she respects him and allows him to lead. And she makes the correct decisions to choose the right king to allow her to lead and to be his backbone. And I think that's what it means to me.
I can salute that. I can salute that. Virgo, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
The
What's
young
up?
boy Virgo.
I'm back. I'm back.
Virgo, what's your definition of a queen? I know you're a youngin, but you got a lot of wisdom in you. You might fuck around and have an old soul in you. What's your definition of a queen and what's your definition of a king?
A definition of clean man is a person, that stands by her man no matter what, no matter no matter the horror times, man. They always stay by their man. And a king is a guy who take care of business, and stands by, protects, not stands by, protects their woman at all times, and they family too, they family and their kids.
Uh, I can reconcile with that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my meaning of them, really.
Okay. Reginald, step up to the microphone, man.
I
What's your
agree with
definition, King?
I agree with everything them brothers said, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should be, as a man, you should be the protector, you know what I'm saying? You should be the one to go out there and slaughter the food or pick the food, whatever, if you vegan or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And the woman should be the one, you know what I'm saying, to nurture her man. I just feel like me and my me and my woman, man, like when I met her, I was just getting out of prison. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have a job. I didn't even have a car. You know what I'm saying? I was living with my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping on the couch. You know what I'm saying? But she understood my situation. She wasn't looking at me like, oh, this nigga just got out of prison. He one of them. You know what I'm saying? She looked at it as, you know what I'm saying? He seems like he got a sense of direction. You know what I'm saying? So I've been with her for 8 years, man, and she stuck with me through thick and thin, man. So, you know what I mean? I love her for that, and that's my definition of a queen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in Atlanta, man. It's hard to settle down in Atlanta, man. Like I say, it's 20-1 as far as the men and women ratio. And
hold on. You said 20 women to men?
yeah, it's 20-1. It's 20-1, but they don't include all the homosexuals and the people that's in prison. So really, it's like 30-35 to 1 if
What?
you want to be honest. Because
What are you talking about, man? You sure?
bro, Atlanta is the gay capital of the world, bro. You got so many gay men here. So like I say, that number goes up because when they do the census, they don't do it as gay men and straight men. They just men versus women. So, but you got to put into consideration all the gay men here. So it's really like 30-1. That's why in Atlanta, man, a lot of women put up with a lot of bullshit. I mean, when you go to clubs in Atlanta, bro, there's no men in there. Clubs literally just fucking women in there.
Wow.
Like, man, there's too many women in Atlanta, bro. That's what I'm saying. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta got a lot of black dollars down here, man. But it's not being used in the right way because Atlanta is going through a transition right now, and it's pretty much being ran by the however you say it, the LGBT or whatever, the LGBT, the gay community or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They got their own. You know what I'm saying? Like you got gays everywhere, all over America, all over the world. But in Atlanta, it's different because they actually run shit here. Like they got their own neighborhood. They got their own phone book, dude.
I was gonna ask, man, is Atlanta worth living? Like, is it worth living down there? Because I'm thinking about moving there soon. Like,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Especially if you're trying to buy a house or you're trying to get into real estate, man. Like it's literally off the chains, dude. All you gotta do is Google it or research it, man. Atlanta is like you can come down here and get a 3-4 bedroom nice house, man, in a nice neighborhood for like 30 to 50,000, dude. Like really.
yeah, because I live pretty close to it, man. Like not like 8 hours ahead, like 8 hours behind, like in Florida. So I could just like drive over there and just yeah. How's the crime rate? The crime rate over there, is it like bad or is it good? Like it's really.
If it depends on what neighborhood you move in. It's just like in the city, you got bad neighborhoods, you got good neighborhoods. But the thing about Atlanta, you can literally be in the hood and drive 5 minutes down the street, and now you're in a good neighborhood. Like that's how Atlanta's set up. It's not like LA where you got the hood, then now you driving across the valley for about an hour, 45 minutes, then you get to it's like the hood right here. 5 minutes down the street, that's the good governor's mansion and all of that good stuff there. So
yeah, because I know a lot of people in the industry, they call it the new Hollywood now. Like it was LA. LA was like LA and New York was like the burning part to go to if you want to be a celebrity or if you want to be an actor. Now Atlanta just took over. And then to be honest, Atlanta is better than LA and New York. Like it's like to the point you don't even need to go to those places. If you live close, like in Florida, you could just, if you want to be an artist or a movie producer or whatever, you just go to ATL, man. ATL is the spot, and ATL is beautiful, man.
But you know the thing about Atlanta is so fake. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like Chicago, you go to Chicago, you feel like you in Chicago because they got their own thing. You go to New York, same way. New York got their own thing. You go to LA, you in LA.
Yeah.
Atlanta is a city full of out of towners. Like the ratio is 60-40 when it comes to out of towners and natives. And the natives are like 40, out of towners are like 60 or 70%. Like everybody that I meet, It's like, wow, you the first one that I met that's actually from that. Like, this is a city that went from that went that went from like a million and a half in the 80s till
Chico, 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 that bit somebody in the ass.
yeah, that's definitely about yeah. But
Have you been to Florida?
full of out of towners, but it's more New Yorkers down here than anything.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, have you been to Florida before?
Yeah, my daddy from Daytona.
Yeah, yeah. Florida's pretty nice, man. But you know, what I've been here all my life, man. I'm kind of like, man, I want to see the world, man.
I mean, but if you come to Georgia, the only place for you is Atlanta, because anything outside Atlanta is like in the heat of the night or the Andy Griffith show.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you low key about that Miami situation, man. I hope that's not true, man. The Miami going underwater.
Miami is gonna be underwater.
What about Orlando? We good, right? Orlando good, right?
I don't know, but you know what's so crazy? Kevin Kelly told me Jamaica might end up underwater. Is that true, Kevin Kelly?
Shit, you know what else, bro?
Yeah.
They told me California might go underwater in the future, especially with the whole what's the San Andreas fault and the big one, the earthquake, the big one. They said that they said in the near future there's supposed to be a big earthquake where it would knock California so hard to the point California, the whole entire state, the land would just go into the ocean. Like, I won't say the whole state, but half of the state will go into the ocean. LA go to the state, especially San Francisco. San Francisco is close to the ocean. So.
Now, real quick, since we're talking about hometowns, Kevin Kelly, what, correct me if I'm wrong, but your hometown is Jamaica. What do you love about Jamaica? Because I want to visit Jamaica. I know a couple Jamaican gals,
Oh shit! What do I love about Jamaica?
Is that
A lot of
your
things.
hometown, sir?
Yeah, that's where I was born.
What do you love about Jamaica?
First of all, in Jamaica, 70% of all trees that you see, domesticated or wild, have fruits. It's really hard to be hungry. It's really hard to be hungry. There are fruits everywhere. Your neighbors will share fruits. Like for example, you could be my neighbor. I have a mango tree in my yard, and the mangoes will get so ripe that I can't eat all the mangoes myself. I'll give you some. I'll call you out of your house and give you like a bucket of mangoes, or be like, yo, here's some mangoes. I got them from my tree. Or you could come in my yard and pick some mangoes off my tree if you want. Like, it's like the people are laid back, What else do I like about it? The food? The food is great, man. The food is great. I mean, every time I go back, I look forward to eating the food. It's the spices. It's really nice. And then, no disrespect to American women, but listen, when those ghetto girls in Jamaica get you in bed, bro, they give you a mean fuck. Okay, those chicks can fuck. And I fucked a lot of chicks in my life. Caribbean girls, they can whine. Okay,
Shit,
I'll tell you that right now. Um, Jamaica is really green. Like especially if you're driving on the highway going up to the north coast, it's really green and beautiful. You see a lot of trees. You see the greenery. It's I don't know. The patterns are so beautiful, and then the ocean. When you're on the mountains and you look down on the ocean, you could see the reefs, you could see the richness of the water. It's clean, it's blue, it's marine blue, it's light blue. You remember that song? What's his name? Will Smith did. When he said water so clear. No, he said water so clear you can see to the bottom. $100,000 cars, everybody got them. Uh, Miami, I'm going to Miami. You remember that song?
I remember. I just don't know the name of it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like that in Jamaica. The water is so clear you can see to the bottom. You can see all the way to the bottom of it. So I love that about Jamaica. It's just nice. And there's a party every night. Somewhere there's a party in every hood. every city, every town, there's a party somewhere. You know, it's just it's lively. It has its downsides too, but you asked me what I like, so that's what I like about it.
That's a fact. And Virgo, what do you love about Orlando, family?
Um, I just love.
Besides Disney World, Orlando.
Dang. Um, I mean, it's a good city. You know, it's very spread out. It's not like New York where it's all together. There's a lot of stuff to do down here. The city is growing like crazy. I remember like 20 years ago, it was not this big, but ever since they got so many theme parks like Universal, Disney, Orlando's been growing, bro. We have so many damn tourists in here. It's like it's not even
Right,
crazy. So I'm really proud, you know, being from Orlando. You know, I'm proud of this city. I'm glad the city is finally growing. I just hope in the future, movies like they'll start doing movies down here. Hopefully, they'll pass a law where they allow people to film certain things in Florida. Because I remember back then they used to, but they passed a law where you couldn't do it now, which is stupid. Because you got to pay like a high tax to film in certain locations. That's why they film it in Atlanta now, which is crazy. But hopefully in the future they do that. Only grapes about Orlando is it rains a lot.
right. That's a
I
fact.
hate the hurricanes, but when it comes to the weather, man, at least we ain't gotta deal with snow. It's hot, hot all year. Like even in the wintertime, it feels like summer. Only downfall, we don't get fall. We don't get the real actual fall. Like leaves don't change. But I'm proud to be from Florida, man, and I hope Florida just continues to stays and nothing happened to it. I mean, I know there's rumors about Florida being sinking and Miami going underwater, but I don't know, man. I just hope that don't happen. So,
And you know what? On the way out, family, I do want to say this. No bullshit, no games, no none of that. I do want to say, um, I respect all of y'all as men. Everyone that was on the panel tonight, I respect y'all as men. A little bit about me. I didn't grow up with a father. I didn't even grow up with a father figure. So when I see y'all videos on YouTube or when I just chop it up with you, as my subscribers or just even in the comment section, it's different. Your message, your aura, everything you are, you know, your stance on life resonates with me in a completely different way than a lot of other people. So I definitely want to say I respect all of y'all as men and as kings. And I definitely, on the way out, I do want to give an opportunity for everybody to tell them where to find you. Virgo, tell everybody where to find you that's watching this motherfucking epic, classic, legendary, just fucking completely momentous video.
yeah, man. I'm gonna just post my YouTube channel so you guys can
Facts.
always watch my videos, and then I'm gonna also post my Twitter and Instagram. So just in case if YouTube decides to do some bull crap like take my channel down and crap, you guys will know where to find me. And you know, if I decide to leave YouTube and do my maybe make a web I can compete with YouTube, hey, that'd be fine. You'll be able to go to that platform instead of following me on YouTube. But I'm gonna give you guys my YouTube channel, and then I'm gonna give you guys my Instagram and then my Twitter, and you guys can follow me on two of those platforms, and you guys can always keep updates as well. So yeah, then I'm gonna post my Twitter too, and then you guys can follow me on each of those platforms.
No doubt. And I appreciate you, Virgo. I love your content, man. I wouldn't have reached out to you if I didn't salute you and respect you as a king, family. Kevin Kelly, you make Jamaica look good, big homie. Tell them where to find you.
Well, you could find me at Kevin Kelly on YouTube. I'll post a link to one of my videos. Uh, I'm not too much of a Twitter user. I don't have Instagram. I'm just on YouTube.
That's a fact, and I appreciate you, good brother, for hopping on the panel tonight. A
Thanks for
lot, a
having
lot of
me.
a lot of the things you said, man, they really resonated, and it was a lot of enlightenment each and every time you spoke tonight. Good
I
sir.
appreciate it. I appreciate
Um,
it. And shout outs to Virgo too. You know. the other people in
Shout out to
the
you,
chat
man.
room.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Oh, and
Shit,
Reginald, he's still there. Big ups to you,
Yeah,
brother.
I already subscribed to you.
I appreciate it.
that's some real shit. And last but not least, shout out to homie Reginald. He came through tonight. He said, "Tonight I got time." The last stream, he was holding down the chat section, but tonight he made time for low key T, and I genuinely salute the king. Tell him where to find you, King. I appreciate you for coming through, sincerely.
Um, I share everybody else videos on there. Ain't none of them mine though. But I got some on. But just because I got them folks on there, that don't mean I agree with 100% of what they say. I just at that particular time, that particular video, I agreed with. So you might see somebody on there and be like, "Why he got this?" But that particular video, I agreed with. But some of the other stuff, I don't.
Well, when can we expect to see some commentary from Reginald Williams?
Oh man, probably in the future, sometime coming up.
That's what's up, man. Well, shit. Until then, y'all can only see Reginald Williams exclusively on Low Key T and Low Key T Live. Fuck it, then.
Cause I really don't even know how to work a lot of this stuff. I just, you know what I'm saying? I'm new to all this.
Oh shit, you made it work tonight, family. I want to shout out the young boy Virgo. Please, everyone go subscribe to him. He's a content creator. He with the shits. He knows what he's talking about. Big ups, Kevin Kelly. Big ups, Jamaica. Please,
Yeah.
everyone show him support. Go subscribe to his channel. He is also a content creator. Reginald Williams is gonna be live on YouTube soon. You know what I mean? I want to subscribe to his channel. I'm
Yeah,
ready
I
to,
want to hear his
And
topic.
see,
Yeah.
and
right?
see, and see, I work at night. So a lot of times when you do them during the day, I be sleep. But see,
Right.
what I'm saying, I work from 8 to 8. So when you be doing them late, I catch all of that. I catch all of that at work. So that makes it nice for me.
Well, shit, man. Like I said, I respect all of y'all as kings. I want to shout out to Mike Jordan of Exposing the Illuminati Super Slide 75. I want to shout out the ambassador of the Fugazi Free Zone, Hyde Reacts. He's coming back on Monday. I hope everybody supports him and subscribes to his channel. I hope everybody supports and subscribes to Icket Mel. And we had so many goddamn kings on the channel tonight. Who am I missing? Who else we had up on here? John Hardy. John
Yeah,
Hardy, the
we got to.
Astro Enlightenment coach slash author. Please go check out his channel. His channel is Astro Enlightenment. I think that's all the kings we had on tonight. Any last words, family? Y'all, any words of enlightenment? Anything before we dip up out of here?
I was gonna say, man, thanks for having me on your podcast once again, man. Appreciate
Anytime, man. Anytime, family.
it. You know, what was I gonna say, man? It was a pleasure to meet you guys. Original. I think I'm. You know, I don't want to butcher your name, man, but it was nice to. Yeah, it was nice meeting you, bro. You know, you speak some real stuff, man. Even though you had me rolling on some of them, especially the whole Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane being a clone, man. But hey, man.
Hey, I'm just trying to give you facts, man. I was born and raised over there, man. My old lady, she'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this ain't no big city. Everybody know everybody. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I want to leave y'all with this, man. Just stay up on your game, question everything, man. Don't never take nobody word for nothing. Anything I say, you can go research it. As a matter of fact, don't believe nothing I say. And it's a guy, man. Y'all need to subscribe to him called The Real McCurva. I put his name in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? But dude give out a lot of information, man. He ain't on YouTube begging for money or none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah. I just subbed to your channel, by the way. Original. I just subbed to your channel, by the way.
Hey, you can just call me Reggie, man.
Reggie, okay.
Reggie, yeah, like Reggie Miller.
Yeah, I just subbed your channel, man. Hopefully, you start doing videos, man. I would like to hear.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. Same with you, Kevin. Nice to meet you, by the way, man.
Yeah, bless up, man.
Yes, please check out Kevin Kelly's channel, man. He's an expert in his field.
Yeah,
Big up.
I sub to you guys, by the way, man.
Yeah, I sub to you guys too.
All right.
And you know, on that note, we out. But I do want to say the reason why I tried to bring everybody together is also that I feel like you all are kings. Why not y'all be on some king shit together? But with that, I'm low key T. This was a legendary fucking stream, and I don't know if y'all ever see a chat or a stream of this proportions ever again. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I don't know if y'all ever see a legendary live stream like this ever again. But for the time being, I will say I'm appreciative. And with that, I'm low key T. And I love y'all. I respect y'all. And we out.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
See you guys. All right.